do battle here in week 8. Elliot Nimrod will kick it off for the Aggies. They won the toss and elected to defer. Javen Jacobs, he is a multi-dimensional threat for the Lobos. They call him a half wide receiver, half running back, and he helps out in the return game as well. On the touchback, the Lobos will start out with the football at their own 25. There is Devin Dampier. What a season he's putting together. The sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Look at the total yards per game, over 310 per game. He's accounted for a total of 15 touchdowns, and he seems to be getting in better and better, Darius. This offense really starting to click over the past couple of weeks.
It's been really fun to watch him grow. Maturity is one of the things that starts to come to mind for him as an experienced signal caller in his second season. He's good.
They're going to get out quickly to the outside to Luke Wysong. Wysong cuts it in, got a good block. And Wysong up to the 37-yard line after a gain of 12.
Yeah, excellent job getting outside. They're going to use Luke Wysong quite a bit in this formation, but you see him come across and catch the football, and you see Trace Buckler there, the tight end, number 5, lay that great block to allow Wysong to get up the field and pick up the first down.
We know that the Aggies want to play with tempo. Looks like here early, the Lobos want to move quickly. Little wide receiver screen to Wysong, and this one well defended by the Aggies. DJ Graham, the second from his corner position, loss of 3 on the play for New Mexico. Yeah,
DJ Graham is a great cornerback. They'll also play him on both sides of the formation.
Second and 13 for the Lobos. Dampier changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Dampier to the outside, and too much on that throw, looking for Luke Wysong. So you can tell early, Darius, they're trying to get Wysong the football.
They definitely want to feature Luke. He is an incredible wide receiver on the outside. You see he's 4th in the Mountain West in receptions and 5th in receiving yards. Number 15 is dynamic. We'll also see a slew of running backs here. We'll see Sanders, Rogers, and Jacob. Expect to see them shake it up in the backfield by committee.
All pass plays so far for the Lobos, and here they'll be forced to throw. And Dampier now moving to his left, keeping his eyes downfield, throws it up for grabs, and that is picked off. Avante Dickerson, the junior, gets the interception, and a great start for Utah State.
And what a gift Dampier gives Avante Dickerson here. Dickerson's waiting on the outside. This ball is really late. Not sure why Dampier tried to go down the field, but standing right in front. Dickerson, easy pitch and catch for him.
The result of the play was an interception.
To be able to pick up the interception.
After the play was over,
and turnovers is certainly something you don't want to do for an offense just in general, but specifically on the road. Really puts you in a bad spot. Errant throw from Dampier there.
And then too much celebrating from Utah State's going to back them up 15 yards. Excessive celebrating there. And there you see the numbers for Avante Dickerson. And for Dampier, that's his first interception since the Fresno State game back on September 21st. Spencer Petras, the Iowa transfer, has got a strong arm, completes his first pass. Otto Tia gets it up to the 33-yard line, gain of 6. Petras, good size, 6'5", 230 pounds. Last week set school records with completions and attempts. And they'll keep it on the ground. Rasul Faison. And I believe he has enough for the first down. They're going to get him to the 38-yard line, gain of 5.
I really like Faison, too, as a runner. He's the guy that sets them up. 97 yards per game for him. Really like his wiggle, too. Really good in space with making guys miss.
Petras with all kinds of time to the outside. Royals makes his first catch. Good defense there. Bryson Taylor, the safety, is out there. Actually, Taylor starting out today at the corner position. Gain of 7 there for Royals.
This play took a long time, but a nice job by Petras. You see he's got a clean pocket. Able to deliver a pass outside.
Petras looking. Great job by the offensive line. That pass is broken up. They were looking for Brock Lane.
Another one of those dangerous throws we see sometimes from Petras. Cameron Watts that time came in from the safety position. Knocked that football down. But let's take a look at the Aggies on offense. Lots of studs out there. Really like what they do on the left side of that offensive line with Moats, Bowles, and at center, Alo. Those guys have played a lot of football together. I expect them to win the line of scrimmage battle today.
And a note on that last reception for Jalen Royals. That's 20 consecutive games with at least one catch. Petrus looking to his left. Now he's going to step up and try to take off and run. He's shy of the first down, a gain of 1.
It's a nice job by the defensive end there.
Devin Brant Epps, yeah. So they're going to go for it, it appears, on 4th down.
They've got Faison in the backfield.
They've converted 8 of 16 4th down attempts this season. They're looking over to the sideline for the play call. Petrus will be in the shotgun. Faison to his right, 4th and 2. To give to Faison. And Faison's fighting and fighting. I don't think he gets it. New Mexico certainly doesn't think they get it, and a late flag comes in, but I believe it's after the play, and I think this is going to be New Mexico football.
An incredible job on the edge of this defense.
Personal foul, face mask, number 13, defense. 15-yard penalty from the run, an automatic. First down.
Oh, they got Bryson
that
Taylor
hurts.
there. That hurts because they got off the field. Watch Kapai here, 33, fighting color to set that edge for this defense. Does a nice job of getting them down, and you see the hands there from Taylor in the face of Faison.
So the drive continues for the Aggies.
And now it's not a bad time to take a shot. You see Royals here.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Oh, that's a nifty move in space by Faison. Faison gets it to the 21-yard line. There is a flag at the 35-yard line if the play stands 17 yards for Faison.
See if we can't get the call here. This is one of the things I love about Faison is in space. So dynamic with the football in his hands.
Holding, number 54, offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
That's the right tackle there, Teague Anderson.
But watch the cut here from Faison. Nice job working against Christian Ellis here. Makes a miss in space. Love to see that. They got Teague Anderson, number 54, with the hole to negate a big run.
1st and 20. Right back to Faison, and he will not get to the outside. Gang tackled by the Lobos.
And this is one of the things I love to see is when a guy comes back and make a play. Christian Ellis was the one who got shook up there. Nice job setting the edge on that. And you see the Lobos here on defense. Avenger, career high 45 tackles. You'll see number 1 all over the field today.
2nd and long. Petrus, the completion. To get it to the 41-yard line. Tyrese White makes the catch.
They're excited to have White back. He's been banged up a little bit, but he's one of those great route runners that they have as a possession wide receiver. Like what he can do with the football in his hands and settle down in coverage. This brings up a pretty big 3rd down here. They have not tried to feature, at least in this series, Royals. He'll be at the bottom of the screen. He's number 1.
Petrus with time. Completes it to Royals, and Royals gets it inside the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 23, a gain of 18, and a Utah State first down.
I mean, if you're the Lobos, you've got to find number 1 on 3rd down situations. They love to feature him and will sometimes force the football to him. Nice route run from Royals there. He's able to pick up the 1st down to keep the drive rolling.
The Aggies taking advantage of the face mask penalty on New Mexico when it looked like the Lobos had come up with a stop. 1st and 10, Petrus, a little play action. He wants to come back to the left side, and that is complete. And breaking tackles is Brock Lane. Avenger ultimately stopped him, but a big play there for Brock Lane from Chandler, Arizona. He's already graduated. 16th catch of the season for Lane. Gain of 10 on the play.
He is so dynamic when they have him in the offense. With all the attention that Jalen Royals gets, Brock Lane can be the recipient sometimes of one-on-one coverage. 87's legit.
Keep it on the ground with Faison, and Faison gets it to the 9-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. This Utah State offense is capable of moving the ball really well. They have over 460 yards of offense per game. but not enough points. They've really struggled in the red zone this season. Getting touchdowns in the red zone has been a real problem for them. Just 11 for 20. Faison trying to navigate between the tackles. He gets it inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Gain of 5 there.
You know, Faison, we've talked about him being a senior in this offense. One of the things that experienced backs will do is give themselves some extra time with the football in their hands. But you see the red zone offense there for the Aggies. 11 touchdowns and 20 trips. Not good.
Use the big quarterback. Gain of 3 there. Use that big size Petrus to get a mention. He's 6'5", 230 pounds. If you feel good with a quarterback sneaky guy at that size, he might do it again, and he will. And he's in for 6. Touchdown, Aggies. First rushing touchdown of the season for Spencer Petrus, and the Aggies are on the board first.
And this is the second time in a row they call that QB sneak. He's able to use that big frame and that big push up front to cap off the drive. What an excellent job by the Aggies of taking advantage of the turnover, turning into points.
Tanner Cragun on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. Utah State, they get the interception. They march it down the field, and the big quarterback Petrus gets the opening score of our game. Mountain West Football on True TV is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect the stuff you love with Renters Insurance. Glad you're with us here on TNT Sports. Beautiful day in Logan, Utah, and a good start for the Aggies. They lead 7-0. The Aggies about to kick it off. We're going to see the New Mexico offense for the second time here in the opening quarter. Elliot Nimrod, the lefty's kick. Javen Jacobs is going to bring it out. Across the 10, and hit at the 15, and doesn't get quite to the 20-yard line. 19 yards on the return.
Well, all right, let's take a look at this pick. Now, Devin Dampier is a young quarterback. One of the things he's going to have to figure out is how to use his eyes. You watch DJ Graham there. He's on the outside. Both of these secondary defenders are just reading the eyes of the quarterback. There's no other color there. He's going to settle down and stop at the end of this route. And Dampier is going to deliver the football. But as a young quarterback, you got to remember to try to look guys off. That'll help the young QB. He's growing on the job.
Dampier hands it off to Quarry Rogers. And Rogers, a good carry there on first down. He picks up 5. Rogers is the bigger back of the 4 that we'll see in action in the backfield. Yeah, Dampier, that interception in the last series, his first in his last 73 pass attempts. So the sophomore has been making a lot of good decisions.
Absolutely. That's one of the things I've been so impressed with him as a young quarterback is his decision making. Again, he's learning on the job.
They keep it on the ground with Eli Sanders, and Sanders gets it up just past the 26-yard line, gain of 3 for Sanders. Sanders, number 2 on the team in carries and yards.
They certainly like to mix it up. It is by committee in the backfield for the Lobos.
Rogers is back in here. He's the bigger back. He's the short yardage back. 5'11", 208 pounds from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
He had 122 yards in that game against New Mexico State.
He's not going to pick up the first down. He may have even lost a half a yard on the play. Great job defensively from Utah State. Isaiah Bruce, defensive tackle.
Yeah, the Aggies were waiting on this. You see all those bodies up at the line of scrimmage. They got an 8-man box there. It's so hard to run in an 8-man box, even on 3rd and short, when the defense is peeling their ears back and coming full throttle. Nice job by Isaiah Bruce getting the back down and getting the Aggies off the field on defense.
Aaron Rodriguez on to punt, but we've got movement. We're going to have a false start against New Mexico.
False start, number 2, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Kahanu Davis will be deep for Utah State, standing in his own 35-yard line. There he is. He's going to move up now to his own, just shy of the 40. Rodriguez, a veteran punter. Good distance, but a line drive. A chance here on the return. Mafanu made one guy miss, and he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. So an excellent start for the Aggies as they lead 7-0. We'll have the football and take a look at this beautiful campus in Logan. We love coming up here to the mountains. We're coming right back on TNT Sports. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and breast cancer has affected the Utah State family. And for more on that, let's go to Bridget.
Yeah, thanks, guys. The Breast Cancer Awareness Game today means a great deal to interim head coach Nate Dreiling and his wife Alexa and their 3 kiddos. Back in August of 2023, at the young age of 31, Alexa was diagnosed with HER2 positive, an aggressive form of breast cancer. She did chemo for 5 months from August to December last year, followed up by a lumpectomy surgery that successfully took out the mass and surrounding lymph nodes and came back with clear margins. When Nate got the job at Utah State, they moved to Logan, and here she did radiation along with other treatments, followed up by 3 to 4 months of infusions. Thankfully, guys, Alexa finished her battle and was able to ring the bell in April of this year, but the Dreilings hope their story can spread awareness that cancer doesn't care about the young and healthy, and to always be alert.
Well, thank you very much, Bridget. That's an inspiring story. Great throw there. Petrus finding his favorite target, Jalen Royals. A gain of 24 on the play. Cam Watts with the tackle.
Yeah, he's working against Watts here. A perfect throw from Petrus on that post route to pick up the first down.
And Petrus got the big arm. He spent 6 years at Iowa. And his last season of eligibility here in Logan. That's Josh Sturzer making the catch. Gain of 11 on the play. It'll be another first down, and Utah State looking really solid here in the opening quarter.
You have to remember last year, too, for Petrus, at quarterback. When he was at Iowa, he was the GA for a little while, so he's gotten to really see dynamic defenses and learn from that perspective as well. Could potentially be a coach later on in his career.
Well, he had to do it right because he was injured. He had a torn labrum, his shoulder, so he essentially was a coach for Iowa last year. Had to sit out the entire season, really was a mentor for all the guys on the Iowa offense. So he made the best use of his time, but now getting a chance to enjoy his final season of eligibility. And he's put up very good numbers. I know he's not happy with his team's record, but the offense of late has done their part.
And he has been really good. I mean, he has an NFL-type arm, elite arm. It's really the turnovers that have been the issue for him midway through the season.
And on the ground, breaking tackles, Rasul Faison. Boy, he's hard to bring down, Darius. And I know you like watching a running back out there wearing number 3 like you did at Notre Dame.
It certainly looks good from that perspective, but boy, does he make the first guy miss. Dimitri Johnson that time, the Mike linebacker, had him in a hole in the phone booth, and he still made him miss. Like what Faison is doing so far early in this game. Third down situation here, though, Ari. You got to look for is Brock Lane for the Aggies at tight end. He's number 87.
Faison with the football, and he gets through a lot of traffic. Gets it to the 6-yard line. Nice piece of running there. He picks up 5 yards and gives the Aggies first and goal at the 6.
This is just an experienced running back here. To take this ball to the right and cut behind the right tackle in Teague Anderson. Nice job being patient with the football in his hands.
Faison again. He bulldozes into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State.
Wow, what a run from Faison. You love to see them continue to pay it off since he's had so much productivity this series. Keep feeding the ball to number 3. Watch this collision with Noah Avenger, though, Ari, number 1, right towards the end zone. Trips, but runs over Avenger into the zone. Big time play from the graduate senior running back.
Cragun's extra point is up and good, and what a start for Utah State. Quickly out to a 14-0 lead. Look at number 3 here, just running over guys. Rasul Faison. He is loving it. And so is the Dreiling family, having some fun here on a gorgeous day. Mountain West football on True TV continues next week as San Jose State takes on Fresno State. Our coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern on True TV and Max. We are excited to go to Fresno State.
Yeah, are you interested in going to Fresno?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, we'll do it.
We've seen a lot of San Jose State. They've got a big one going on right now at home against Wyoming. They can come up with a win. We could have a 5-2 versus 4-3.
Wow,
that's a good week nine matchup. Nimrod the kick, and no return here. And the Lobos will start out from their own 25-yard line. Now here's the head coach, the interim head coach. Got the job in July. Nate Dreiling, and his background is on defense. Been a defensive coordinator prior to coming here. At New Mexico State, he brought 4 players with him that are on the defense. They've all had an impact.
One of the things he touched on was the time management issues that he has. But you see the last 2 drives here. Interception and a punt. This defense is rolling right now.
Luke Wysong, and he picks up a New Mexico first down, gain of 12. They find different ways to get Wysong the football. And he just had such great things to say about what Bronco Mendenhall has brought to this program.
Yeah, Wysong is one of those guys they really lean on. He's a super vocal leader for them on offense as well. They need some momentum.
Eli Sanders with it. And Sanders just a couple of yards there. From the junior from Oceanside, California, the transfer from Iowa State.
He is really dynamic with the football in his hands, can also catch the football out of the backfield as well.
Second and 8, Dampier appears to be changing the call. Wide receiver screen. That's a little off target, looking for Wysong. They've tried to get him in space multiple times here in the opening quarter.
That's another one of those throws from Dampier that he'd like to have back. You see all the traffic in Wysong's face there. If he brings 2 hands to that, he can catch that. That's one of those where it's about the technique at the end of the play to give yourself a chance, but we need a better throw from Dampier.
3rd and 8, the Lobos 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far. Long look over to the sideline for Dampier. And play clock is winding down, and they will have to burn a timeout with 1 minute and 46 seconds to go in the first quarter.
New Mexico has been unable to get anything going on offense here.
The game clock was started inappropriately. Please reset the game clock.
The game clock was running after the incomplete pass. I think that threw everything off.
Because of the officiating error.
So they acknowledge the officiating error. The herd is here, the Utah State fans. They are a fun bunch. Whether you come up here for college football or college basketball. So my understanding is they will get to keep the timeout because of the mistake from the officiating crew. Good acknowledgement. So 2 minutes to go in the quarter. 3rd and 8. Ryan Davis in motion. Dampier looking. Now he's going to move to his right. Still looking downfield. And then they're going to throw it and get rid of it. Great defense by the Aggies. Jaden Francois, number 2 there.
Now,
Dampier
had a lot of green grass here if he takes off sooner. All of the field over here was completely open for a minute, but he still was trying to keep his eyes downfield to pick that up. But a good job by the Aggies of getting off the field again on defense. You have to give Nate Dreiling a lot of credit right now with what they're doing defensively to slow down the Lobos on offense. Devin Dampier hasn't really hit the stat book today. Great job by this defense so far.
Been held in check so far. Aaron Rodriguez to punt. Davis waits at his own 20-yard line. Another line drive kick. Davis across the 30. 35, cuts it back 40. And across the 45. Excellent field position here for Utah State. Just a 36-yard punt. 22 yards on the return.
Now, if you're the Aggies right now on offense, you got to keep your foot on the gas. You got to keep it on the gas. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of shots in this series to try to pad that lead a little bit. All of the momentum right now is with the Aggies.
I'm with you, Darius. It feels like this is a critical moment that New Mexico's defense got to come up with a stop here. They can't afford to go down 3 scores on the road. Kyle Cephalon looking at the offense coordinator. And again, they put up a ton of yards. It's the points they've been looking for. But they're 2 for 2 in the red zone today. That's a huge improvement.
Been dynamic. Now, Royals is at the bottom of the screen, flanked all the way on the outside.
Petrus completes it. A short gain there to Will Money. So Petrus is now 8 of 9 for 92 yards. What a first quarter for Spencer Petrus.
And one of the things the staff has talked about with Petrus is that the moment's never too big for him. He really prepares like a pro.
Screen to Royals. And Royals makes a guy miss. Jalen Royals up the sideline. And forced out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 21-yard line. Forced out of bounds by Cam Watts after a gain of 28 yards.
Will Money, number 86, does a nice job of coming from the inside to spring a block. It's going to get Royals down the sideline.
Petrus with plenty of time. He's looking for Royals. Multiple flags.
Holding, number 62, offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Alo Alili Maui there, guilty, the right guard, 62.
See him over there blocking with the pull. Anytime you get that jersey with the left arm there and a guy goes down, you fall on top of him. It's a pretty easy call for the officiating crew.
.54 seconds to go in the first quarter. Aggies on the move, following the penalty, though, backed up 10 yards, 1st and 20. They get it out in space. Not much doing there for Kyrie's White, tackled by Bryson Taylor. Gain of 3 on the play.
The Aggies think they found something in these quick passes to the wide receivers. But all right, check all the way on the top here. We've got Tia one-on-one on the outside. It's a long throw for Petrus, but he's got the arm.
Petrus comes back to the middle of the field, and the catch is made by Brock Lane, and he drags the defender. He gets close to the original line of scrimmage. Now, if they want to run another play, they got time to do it. It looks like they're going to get up to the line of scrimmage after a gain of 7. 3rd and 10 for the Aggies. They don't have to run a play before the end of the quarter. Let's see what they elect to do. Petrus, play action, feeling the heat, spins away. And Petrus will throw that away. Boy, that's a terrific play from Petrus to avoid the sack.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Great first quarter for the Utah State Aggies as they lead New Mexico 14-0. We're just getting started here in Logan. Keep it right here for the second quarter. More to come on TNT Sports. Mountain West Football on True TV is brought to you by Wendy's. Any size soft drinks for $1. Welcome back to Logan, Utah. Set for the start of the second quarter. We're about to see a 38-yard field goal attempt. Terrific drone shot showing you a spectacular venue. Tanner Cragen on for the 38-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So from 38 yards, Tanner Cragen connects. So Utah State 3 possessions, Darius, a touchdown followed by another touchdown, and now a field goal.
I mean, the game plan has really worked for them on offense. We knew they could put up numbers, but Petrus has just done a good job of spreading the football around and protecting it, not taking some of those risks that we've seen him take in the past. But for me, really, this first quarter was really about the defense for the Aggies and what they did to Devin Dampier. I mean, the numbers don't lie. In the first quarter, 20 total yards for New Mexico. It's not a whole lot of yards, and that's very different from how they performed the past few weeks.
Well, yeah, the Aggies have really struggled in turnover margins. One of the worst in America, -8, but they were +1 in the opening quarter. They got the interception, so a very different start. Last week, they got down big. They threw 3 first-half interceptions, but Petras has done a nice job protecting the football. And I feel like they've given him a lot of throws that aren't high-risk throws. A lot of ones to the sideline. Elliot Nimrod to kick it off. Javen Jacobs is deep for New Mexico. It's a line drive kick. And no return. So let's see how the Lobos respond here. Down 3 scores early. They're riding a 2-game winning streak. Their offense has been really explosive the past couple of weeks. Over 50 points in each of the last 2 games. That's the first time New Mexico's done that in 108 years. Wow. Back-to-back 50-plus point games. Let's see if they can get their offense going. Real slow start for the Lobos. Dampier in the shotgun. Gets it out quickly. Catch is made. Cutting across the middle. Ryan Davis makes the catch. 12 yards on the play for Davis. Redshirt senior from Roswell, Georgia, who started his career at UAB.
He had over 100 yards receiving in that loss against Auburn. 18 can make plays for the Lobos.
And more of a possession-type receiver. Dampier doesn't like what he sees. He's going to try to run away from everybody. He's got to throw that one away, and he does. John Miller was bringing the pressure for the Aggies. Miller getting the start today because no more Clyde Washington. He got hurt last week, and a late flag comes in.
Intentional grounding, number 4, offense. Quarterback was outside the pocket, but the pass did not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of down at the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
And from bad to worse there for the Lobos, as Dampier was unable to get that football out, but they love to see John Miller making a play there, number 26. Now, he's a guy who was a special teams contributor for them all season, and then when Clyde Washington went down, he gets the start today. They're hoping there won't be any lack of productivity out of the Mike linebacker position. Big for 26 to make plays.
Big loss. Clyde Washington, number 42, torn ACL last week, out for the year. 2nd and 23, and Dampier is a design run play, and he gets it close to the 30-yard line. Olivao makes the play, 14 coming in there. He's from Salt Lake City. It's about an hour and 15 minutes down the road. Gain of 4 on the play. If you've never been to Logan, come for the football, or you'll come to see the school, but also the spectacular views.
Yeah, you come for the mountains.
Yeah, the mountains. The drive up from Salt Lake City is so special. Third and long. Dampier's going to try to run for it. And he tries to navigate traffic, just gets it to the 35, gain of 6. So a 3 and out for the Lobos, as Pearson made the tackle for Utah State.
And the Lobos continuing to not be able to get any productivity on offense. What we haven't seen them try to do is to get Dampier in space as a runner. Sometimes you got to call some of those design runs for your playmaker at quarterback to try to bring some life to this offense. They desperately need it.
Rodriguez to punt. Kahanu Davis comes up. He had to back up, and he loses the football. It's on the ground. And let's see who's recovering. It's going to be Lobos football. It's exactly what the Lobos needed. They needed a break. And Davis muffs the punt. And New Mexico with the football. What a huge turn of events.
This is
Noah
one way
Gates gets the football.
Easily get back into the game is in special teams. The concentration and issue there, he had to back up a little bit. Nice heads-up play by the Lobos to get this football back. Sometimes when you're retreating and the sun's in your face, bad judgment there. What a big play for the Lobos.
Macquarie Rogers starts this series at running back at 28. Pretty nifty there to get it to the 15-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play for Rogers. They lean on Rodgers a lot in the red zone. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns this season.
This is always the matchup with Wysong on the outside, one-on-one in the red zone.
It's Rodgers again. Rodgers into some space. Give him 6. Touchdown, Lobos. But there is a flag on the far side of the field. This one's coming back.
And that's unfortunate for the Lobos because this is an incredible run from Rodgers. And a dynamic block,
Holding,
too.
number 76, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
They got Unamba there, the right tackle. But Trace Buckler, watch number 5 with this incredible block. Nice job of patience there from Rodgers to allow him to set that block up and get into the end zone. But the penalty negates it.
And John May Ross, the linebacker there, was trying to make sure the official knew that he was held. There you see the total penalties, the most in all of FBS football. Almost 91 yards per game. Dampier, now he's going to throw it. A little trickery. Lobos get the touchdown. Javen Jacobs gets the 6. 21 yards, Dampier to Jacobs, and the Lobos are on the board.
What a heads-up play from Dampier here. This was a design run with an outlet on the outside, so Dampier's going to take off running, but he has an outlet with the running back coming out of the backfield for Jacobs. Easy touchdown. What a nice wrinkle by the Lobos on offense to give their nifty quarterback an outlet. Big play from Dampier.
I love it when the teams do this. It makes you think, what is about to happen here? And the direct snap, and they get the 2-point conversion. Trace Buckler. Hello, Lobos, suddenly in the game. The touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Well, special teams making a difference for the Lobos now. First it was the punt team recovering the fumble, but this is the touchdown. Dampier to Jacobs. Nice job, nice heads-up play from the quarterback, and then Buckler gets the 2-point conversion with a little bit of trickery. The Lobos building a little bit of momentum. We've got a close one here.
The Utah State lead is now 17-8. A little more than 12 minutes to go in the opening half. Charles Steinkamp to kick it off for New Mexico. Jalen Royals hoping for a chance at a return. And he'll have a chance here. Here comes Jalen Royals. And he is tackled at the 17-yard line. Nice job on special teams. Let's check in with Bridget.
Yeah, guys, well, Devin Dampier and Javen Jacobs go way back, guys. These two went to high school together at Saguaro High School in Arizona. Jacobs told me when he entered the portal this offseason, he reached out to Dampier and talked about how he's looking for a new home. Right away, Dampier talked about New Mexico and the opportunity for the two of them to play together again. The friendship, respect, and chemistry was all still there, and as luck would have it, the ball got rolling with the coaching staff just a few weeks later. Jacobs told me it's crazy to end up here together, and I think we saw that, a little bit of that chemistry on that last drive for the Lobos.
How often you get an opportunity to play with your high school teammate? They had to draw that up in high school.
That's pretty cool.
That's been years in the making.
They did that in the Sandlot, right? When they were
The game
just hanging
clock
out as
operator,
kids.
please reset the game clock to 12 minutes, 10 seconds. 1-2-1-0, please.
So Utah State, let's see how they react.
Thank you. It'll start on the
First
snap.
and 10 from their own 20. They were up 17-0. And then the muff punt, New Mexico. It's got some momentum now. Faison, no place to go. Maybe picks up a yard on the play.
And what you can't do in this moment right now, if you're the Aggies trying to fight back for momentum, you can't be overly conservative with the play calling on offense. They still need to try to stretch the field some. Jalen Royals is going to be at the top of the screen out here. Give the big guy a chance.
Petrus holds on to that football and completes it. A flag comes in. The catch was made. Hestera, who's coming off the best game of his career, Jack Hestera made the catch. Let's see what the flag's all about.
Holding, number 72, offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
George Miley, backup left guard there, 72. So they'll back up the Aggies to their own 11-yard line.
And again, the momentum right now for the Aggies on offense. They've been able to be very productive, hurting themselves some this series.
2nd and 19. Petrus all day to throw, and he's way behind his receiver there, Hystera. It's amazing how football can change in an instant. The muff punt, and this is a completely different game. It felt like it was all Utah State. Now, if they don't convert here, New Mexico could get the football with great field position.
Yeah, they've done a poor job here of trying to convert and just keep the momentum going on offense. The penalty hurts you, just like the turnover does. So it's a team sport right now for the Aggies. They're not helping themselves after building a great lead in the first quarter.
Trying to set up this inside screen, and they get it to the outside, and look at the speed there, Jalen Royals. And they pick up the first down, 23 yards there for Jalen Royals.
Ranting and raving about this offensive line for the Aggies. 55, Alo, the center, is the one who's going to make the key block to get Royals to the outside. And we've mentioned him, his speed and elusiveness. Easy pickup.
Faison with it, and Faison will be tackled after a gain of a little more than a yard.
We'll see if that sparks a little bit of life here for the Aggies on offense to get back in rhythm. One of the things I have appreciated is Spencer Petrus at quarterback. He's done a good job of going through his progressions.
To Hystera, and he had to go down. Does he make the catch? No, it's incomplete.
An incomplete forward pass.
Jalen Royals with that last catch, Darius, has 5 catches for 100 yards. That is 4 consecutive games with at least 100 yards, and we've still got more than 10 minutes to go in the first half.
It's such a luxury for the Aggies to have him on offense. You have to remember, he turned down quite a few offers across the country, real money across the country to stay here and to play for this team.
Well, they said that he and his family studied what happened when other players left for their last year, and oftentimes they learned it doesn't really work out that well. Petrus, buying time, is going to take off and run, and he'll step out of bounds at the 46-yard line. There is a flag at the 36-yard line, and the Lobos are saying, back it up.
And this is another one of those unfortunate situations for the Aggies.
62 offense.
As they get
10-yard
Maui,
penalty from the previous spot. Replay third down.
the right guard. But this is a big heads-up play from Petrus here. He was not doing this early in the season. He was trying to force the football at times. He does a nice job of not forcing it, taking what the defense will give you to pick up the first down. But we've seen a couple of penalties from this offensive line on this series for the Aggies. They got to clean this up because they've been productive when they give themselves the right opportunity.
Third holding call already against the Aggies. Third down and 18. I'm sure they'll be looking for Royals here. Nope, they get it to Faison. And Faison looking for some room to work with. Cannot come anywhere close to the first down, so the Lobos defense comes up with the stop. Bryce Santana, 99, he's fired up. And the Lobos defense, boy, they gave up 3 straight scoring drives. They come up with the stop here, and they're going to get the football back for their offense.
Let's go, line up, let's go.
Yeah, they really settled in here this series, and sometimes on the road, you can come and have a slow start. Really picking it up here in the second quarter for the Lobos.
First punt of the day for Utah State. It's a towering high boot. Heck, it almost got up here to the broadcast booth. And a fair catch made by Luke Wysong. Well, that was treacherous trying to get under that punt. That's had some incredible hang time. 54 yards on the punt. Hold on, we got a flag. A flag back at the 36-yard line. But that was not easy for Wysong to track that football.
Well, we saw Davis on the other side for the Aggies have that issue too with backing up and catching a punt.
During the kick, holding number 81, return team. It's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
So because of the great punt and the penalty, New Mexico will not have as good a field position as they might have hoped.
You see the right of your screen here. The pull down. And anytime you see some jersey coming away from shoulder pads, it's a pretty easy call for the officiating crew.
So that will back up the Lobos to their own 10-yard line. That was Quentin Riley, guilty of the hold for New Mexico. Pierre, play action. Throw it out to the right side, and the catch is made by Luke Wysong. A gain of 11.
This play took a long time to develop there, Ari. But a nice job by Dampier getting this football out to Wysong, working against J.D. Drew there. He gets the start today at corner. He's number 3 for the Aggies.
First and 10. Little end around. Javen Jacobs makes a nice cut, and he is close to the 30-yard line. Jacobs has turned into a really nice player for this offense. He is like a Swiss Army knife. He can do a lot of different things.
He really is a utility guy. They'll put him in the backfield. They'll split him out in the slot some too. He's a dynamic wide receiver. Really a matchup nightmare for any defender in a one-on-one situation.
Dampier now will throw it, complete it. New Mexico first down and more. Luke Wysong makes a few guys miss, gets up to midfield. Isaiah Bruce hustling there, the defensive tackle. Makes the tackle. There is a flag on the very far side of the field. Very close to the 50-yard line.
New Mexico, that's their first of the game.
I think they were a little too excited.
Sometimes that happens.
Yes.
That can happen for sure.
20,
nice job.
20 yards on the play for Wysong. So Wysong already having a big impact. 5 catches for 51 yards.
Officials timeout on the field for an injury.
And we've seen Dampier do this a couple of times now early in this game, where kind of fakes the run, or at least has the option to throw it after taking a snap and running up to the yard line.
That's DJ Graham, who's able to walk off on his own, but there are the numbers for Wysong. He is their best playmaker. He's one of the guys that Coach Mendenhall talked to us about he just immediately embraced the new head coach and the new program under Bronco. Dampier right on time with the throw. And again, it's Luke Wysong, gain of 8.
The chemistry between Dampier and Wysong on display here in this series, because those timing routes, sometimes they're hard to hit when you got a lot of action in the backfield. Dampier with a clean pocket, able to deliver a perfect pass to Wysong to bring up the 2nd and short.
On the end around, it's Wysong, and Wysong will get stopped. I think he's just a hair shy of the first down. For more on Wysong, let's check in with Bridget.
Yeah, guys, Luke Wysong comes from a long line of New Mexico Lobos. This university means a lot to him, and I talked to him earlier this week, and just to see the success start to play out now, he said, is a very surreal feeling. It gives him chills thinking about it. He said, me and a lot of the guys have envisioned, have dreamt of this for so long, and every year has been the same. Seeing constant progress, real attention to detail on specific things we need to do to get better. It's been mind-blowing, and I couldn't ask for anything more here.
And what a wonderful opportunity for him to learn from Bronco Mendenhall. Just an awesome thing for the young man.
All right, we've got a timeout here from Utah State. I don't think they were happy with the look they saw from the Lobos.
First charge from out of the half. Utah State.
3rd and 1.
30 seconds.
Lobos will have a little more time to talk it over, see what they want to do here. All right, Mom and Dad, Mom Beth, Dad Adam, New Mexico State student athletes. A little volleyball, a little football. And they get to watch their son Luke carry on the Lobo traditions.
I mean, you and I are parents, and like, what a fun thing.
So cool
to be able to watch your child not only grow up, but to have the success that Luke has had, especially this season for the Lobos. That's pretty cool.
Either your little guy is going to go to Notre Dame, follow in your footsteps.
You know, it'll be up to him. And, you know, if I had it my way, I certainly wouldn't be against that, for sure.
It's a great school, incredible tradition. I could see Olivia there as well. I mean, don't count her out. Your daughter could go too.
That's right.
They got outstanding women's sports at Notre Dame. That's really cool for the Wysong family. Neat stuff. All right, 3rd and short. They've got Rogers in the game at running back. He's the big back, the short yardage back.
Also got the tight end Buckler, number 5, in the backfield as well. Serve as a lead blocker.
They tried to get him to jump off sides first. They were looking for the free first down.
And Wysong, he's one-on-one on the outside if they want to take a shot.
It's Rogers, first down and more. Boy, it's a huge hole there, gain of 6. Nakari Rogers.
What does he plant that foot in the ground and get upfield? Buckler's going to cross his face for a kick-out block. You plant that leg in and burst upfield like that. Rogers, with his size at 5'11", 200 pounds, he's hard to bring down.
First third down conversion for New Mexico. A fresh set of downs. Dampier rolling to his right. He's going to take off and run. And he reaches the ball out. He gained a few yards there on first down. You know, he doesn't take many hits. He's so elusive. It seems he just, as a quarterback, you know, sometimes you get run over. It doesn't ever seem to happen with Dampier.
He's done really well, too, with just like his body control in traffic, understanding where he is, getting out of bounds, getting down, not taking the big shots. And that's impressive maturity for a young quarterback. Sky's the limit for this guy.
He's only been sacked twice all year, and one of them wasn't truly even a sack. A big hole up the middle. Quarry Rogers, another first down, gain of 12 for Rogers. Rogers started his college career at Campbell.
He is dynamic for sure. You saw Lawrence Falati there, 50, the defensive end, guessed wrong on which side of the defender he was going to go against. Rogers able to pick up the first down.
Rogers again. Rogers breaks the tackle and drags the tackler with him for a gain of 7.
They have found something on the right side of this offensive line with Richard Pierce at right guard and Onamba at right tackle, number 76.
Ninth play of the drive, and he wants to throw for it, and it's caught. Touchdown, Lobos. Ryan Davis gets the score.
What an incredible pass here, Ari, from Devin Dampier. He almost caught Ryan Davis off guard with how fast the football was in his face. Watch him to the left of your screen here. Double pump and a delivery there. And that ball was right on the money to Davis and the Lobos, showing you why they put up so many numbers as an offense. They are dangerous.
Drizwicki extra point is good. Utah State led 17-0. 15 unanswered points from New Mexico, and Davis going up high to get the 6 for the Lobos.
Welcome back in. Let's take another look at the touchdown here, Ari. We talk a lot about a corner's eyes. Watch number 3, J.D. Drew here. Because Wysong has had such a great day, his route is really what opens up this gaping hole in the back of this defense for Ryan Davis. Wonderful job by Devin Dampier to deliver that football. But it's those eyes, I tell you. It's the eyes. That is the difference at corner, is knowing when to take a gamble and when not to.
Charles Steinkamp, the kick, and Royals will bring it out. Across the 10, looking for a block across the 20, 25, and trying to stay alive there. Good effort on the return from Jalen Royals. So let's see what kind of response we get from the Aggies. They were up 17-0. A little shock to the system here for an Aggies team that has lost 5 straight games. Spencer Petras has been solid, 13 of 17, 154 yards, and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, it's really been the penalties that have set them back in drives in the second quarter.
Petras completes it to Brock Lane, and Brock Lane gang tackled. Noah Avenger amongst the guys there, gain of 8 for Utah State.
One of the things they've kind of gotten away from for the Aggies here on offense is running the football with Faison, number 3. He'll be to the right of Petras.
Faison, and he gets it to the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up an important 3rd and short here. Dimitri Johnson in on the stop for New Mexico, number 22. Getting the start at Mike linebacker. Aggies have been good on 3rd down so far, 4 for 7. Petras the throw, and how does he squeeze that in there? Tyrese White makes the catch, the Utah transfer, gain of 4, and more importantly, a first down for the Aggies.
Yeah, the Aggies are lucky here because this could have easily been an interception if Cameron Watts had his eyes up, because he's right at the point of attack. But what a catch.
Petras on the RPO completes it. White with it, and White into Lobos territory. Gain of 16 on the play for White.
Looks like they got Cameron Watts
Officials
there.
timeout for an injury.
Number 18, who's down for the Lobos. Hopefully he's okay.
Slow to get, he looks shaken up.
Carice White, nice job of settling down in this zone and catching that football, getting up the field, picking up the first down. And let's see. Wonder if his
Friendly
own
fire
teammate,
right there. That knee hit him right in the head.
It did.
Christian Ellis with the knee. Running into Cam Watts.
That's tough too, on the back of the head there too. Hate to see that.
1st and 10 for Utah State. 3:42 till halftime. High snap, Petrus handles it well. Gives it to Faison, and really no place to go. Maybe a gain of a half yard. Tuitai, on the stop, number 89.
It's a nice job by the Lobos there, winning that line of scrimmage battle. You see Walker.
Oh, that catch is made by Carice White. 10 yards on the play.
White was open for a while here. It took Petrus a second to get to him. Luckily, he's able to catch that football and cover it up before the big hit. Picks up another first down for the Aggies. They've had a lot of success, especially in that first quarter, in mixing it up with the run and pass. We're seeing that on display here this series as they march down the field.
Real nice response here from Utah State. 1st and 10. Petrus was looking to his left, now looking to his right. Buying time, moving to his right. And he'll just throw that one away.
And I go back to this for Petrus because just early in the season, he was trying to force balls down the field on some of these plays. So it's a nice job of not taking some of the risk he was taking early in the season. Just taking what the defense gives you and throwing that football away. Live to fight another day. It's hard when you got an arm like Petrus does. It's hard to live to fight another day, but it's the best way to do it at times.
8th play of the drive coming up. Petrus on time. Jalen Royals, another catch. He got hit near the bench area. Fans didn't like that much.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of got slung down too.
And lost his helmet in the process. 6 yards on the play for Royals. Paula Gates on the play for New Mexico.
Nice timing route here on the out route. Good catch. He does seem to be way out of bounds to get slung down. You can see why he's upset about that one. But he's going to have to come out of play because he lost that helmet.
So no Jalen Royals. Herschel Turner Jr., the true freshman, is in at running back to the left of Petrus. Petrus wants to throw, looking for a window, and the catch is made by Tia. And that's enough for a Utah State first down, 5 yards on the catch for Tia.
Got double slants to the right of the formation.
This is
Tia
the
and
2-minute
Carice
timeout.
White both ran slants there. Nice job by Petrus to settling down in a clean pocket, delivering a good pass. The Aggies are marching down the field. We've got a good one. We'll be back with more football. Well, Ari, we just saw a big third down conversion. A lot of times it's because of combo routes why guys get open. Watch White here. He's going to run this inside route, which takes this defender inside too. Lots of space to be able to throw and catch that football for Tia.
Petrus the throw, and too much on it, looking for Brock Lane. It would have been a touchdown. They love Brock Lane. He was open and just too much on the throw.
Wide open to the middle of the field here. Sometimes with this pass, you want to get a little bit of air on it to allow the wide receiver to run under it.
Faison with it, and Faison tackled after a gain of 3. Good tackle there from Derek Moore.
But that's a pretty big missed opportunities for the Aggies there.
Keep in mind, Utah State won the toss. They deferred. They will get the football at the start of the third quarter. They'd love to use all of this clock and not give the Lobos a chance to respond here in the second quarter. Aggies have been great on third down, 6 for 9. The blitz is coming. They pick it up, and that ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Tyler Kine makes the play there, number 7. That is a big-time play.
He was questionable coming into today, so they're excited to see him out there. He gets that right paw up. Petrus really lucky because we've seen him the past few weeks with tip balls ending up in the other side with interceptions. So they're lucky to get off here with a field goal attempt.
36-yard attempt for Tanner Crago. He's already made one from 38. That attempt was also from the left hash mark. Oh, there was some movement up front. Keep in mind it was 4th and 6. So this would not give them a first down if it's offsides. But they might want to think about it if it's 4th and 1 going for it. Let's see what the call is. And it appears that Utah State is going to go for it. They're bringing their offensive unit back on the field. What do you think of this decision? Do you take the 3?
Well, let's check out the
offside. Number 97,
offsides.
Defense in the neutral zone causing an offensive reaction. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
It's a nice job there by that line, making sure that they move during the encroachment. Brings up a 4th down here.
It's going to bring up 4th and a long one.
It is a long one. This is a gutsy call at this time, just because we have such a close game.
Well, they do know they'll get the football at the start of the 3rd quarter, and they figure if they don't get it, New Mexico's got a long way to go with it'll be less than 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the half.
And we saw Faison at running back. He's going to be to the right of Petrus. He had a great first quarter.
And New Mexico will use a timeout here. They want to make sure their defense is properly aligned.
New Mexico, 30 seconds.
Coming up, it's AT&T at the half with Adam Lefko, Victor Cruz, Takeo Spikes, and A.J. McCarron. Like having the quarterback perspective from A.J. this week, as they will talk about our first half and get you up to date on the rest of the Mountain West and the entire day of college football here.
You know, the guys, they all expected a pretty big shootout here.
So did we.
Today, so did we,
yeah.
You know, so it's been good to watch both sides compete on offense.
Now keep in mind, there was a 4th down play earlier, and it looked like New Mexico had to stop, but the face mask penalty kept the drive going. Well, let's see what the Aggies elect to do on 4th down here.
I still really like Faison, number 3, giving him an opportunity with the football in his hands to pick up the first down. He'll be to the right of Petrus in this formation. As always with the Aggies, though, you find Royals here on the slot. That quick pass could also be an option, too.
4th and a long one. Petrus, blitz is coming. Holds it, completes it. Still on his feet is Tia. Tia's fighting, and he gets it to the 1-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal. 13 yards on the play for Tia.
They really love these combo routes on the outside with the in route. Bryson Taylor, that time, number 13, is going to run into his own teammate here after Tia catches the football, which leaves some space for Tia to be able to get up the field down to the goal line.
And they should be in no hurry right now.
You have to think they keep this on the
goal.
ground.
They hand it off, and Faison. 3 or 4 yard loss there. Bryson Taylor makes the tackle, and it was Bryson Barnes, the backup quarterback, 16, who was in the game. We expected to see him. They have a package of plays for Barnes.
Utah State, 30 seconds. With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 46 seconds.
Yeah.
4-6, please.
He's one of those quarterbacks who puts a lot of time in the film room, waiting on his opportunity. See him.
Yeah, he's the Utah transfer, and he hands it off.
Nice job by Taylor there, fighting off a defender to be able to get him down.
So let's see if it's going to be Petrus coming back out there. It's a little different look now. You're not 1st and goal at the 1. You're 2nd and goal from just inside the 5. Critical play coming up here, these final 46 seconds of the half. If you're just joining us, glad you're with us on TNT Sports. Up at the booth, Jarius Walker, I'm Ari Wolf. Glad you're with us. We got Bridget Howard downstairs. It's been a really entertaining first half.
And we've got the Anderson brothers being in this game for the Aggies.
15th play of the drive. Petrus completes it, but no place to go. Well defended by the Aggies as they got the ball to Royals. Nigel Williams, 28. Terrific job there for New Mexico. We've got 2 New Mexico players injured.
Not sure if there was a collision teammate to teammate here. But a nice job by the Lobos. Both guys down though.
Yeah,
Looks
you
like
got
Harris
Antonio
Jr. there.
Harris, yep.
Number 55.
See what happens. Oh, that was friendly fire.
We've seen that a couple of times today.
Christian Ellis took the hit there from his teammate. And Antonio Harris runs into him, and they really lean heavily on Christian Ellis, one of the starting safeties.
This situation qualifies for a 10-second runoff. Utah State has elected to not take the runoff. The game clock will start on the snap. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 36 seconds. 3-6, please.
I thought they might take the 10-second runoff, right? Because then it gets you down to 26 seconds. Even if you don't score here on the 3rd down play, you'd still have a timeout, and you'd almost ensure that New Mexico would have no chance to respond.
Yeah,
Curious about that.
That was a curious decision there. Nate Dreiling not to take the 10-second runoff. But they've got Faison back in the backfield, number 3. They like to use him in short yardage situations as well.
Petrus from the shotgun. Blitz is coming. Petrus, the throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Utah State. Otto Tia gets the touchdown.
This is just a great play call from the Aggies here on offense. Assuming that they were going to get pressure from the Lobos on defense, both linebackers came for the Lobos, which left the middle of the field open for Tia to be able to catch a slant route in the end zone.
Tanner Cragen on for the extra point, trying to give the Aggies a 9-point lead. Kick is up, and it is good. Utah State leads 24-15.
Listen, I like the call for the Lobos. Try to bring pressure to rush Petrus's pass, but they can't get there. And since those backers left from the middle of the field, it's an easy pitch and catch from Petrus to Tia to be able to get into the end zone. What an incredible drive from the Aggies. Textbook, what we saw a lot of them do in the first quarter.
You're going to like this then if you enjoyed that drive. It was 16 plays, 74 yards. They take more than 4.5 minutes off the clock. Petrus on the drive, 9 of 12 for 67 yards. He continues to do a nice job of protecting the football.
He really does. I mean, they ranted and raved about how he's got an NFL arm. He's got the arm talent. It was the decision-making and the high-risk situations he put his throws in. He has curbed that here today and has looked outstanding.
Well, still 32 seconds to work with. New Mexico has 2 timeouts. Let's see what kind of field position they end up with after the kick. Elliot Nimrod to kick it off for Utah State. Javen Jacobs is deep for New Mexico. Not a particularly deep kick. It'll be Jacobs from the 3. Jacobs across the 15, and he'll be brought down at the 21-yard line. 18 yards on the return, and Darius, let's take a look at the quarterback comparison.
Yeah, we knew Dampier was going to come in and have a day. It took him a while to get started in that second quarter, but Petrus has been outstanding. 221 yards in the air with a couple of touchdowns.
So both quarterbacks have been effective for their respective teams. Let's see what New Mexico elects to do here. And they'll keep it on the ground with Rogers. It appears they're going to be content. No, they're going to use a timeout. I thought based on the play call,
that was a conservative call there. Yeah, but
Mexico
still trying to take an opportunity to talk about it.
Well, if you're thinking about a potential field goal, Driz Wicki, their kicker, has a long of 45 yards this season. His career best is a long of 47, so they got to pick up some significant real estate to give him a chance.
And that's been one of the tough things for them offensively, is outside of Luke Weisong, they really don't have a deep threat at the wide receiver position. So it's going to take some possessions to get down the field for the Lobos.
Yeah, they really don't throw the ball deep very often. They get some significant chunk plays in the passing game, but not usually because the throw is down the field, but because somebody like Wysong makes somebody miss in space.
Yeah, Wysong will be at the top of the screen here.
Dampier, and he will just hand it off again, and they pick up the first down, which will stop the clock temporarily. So they get up to the 35-yard line. Clock stopped with 14 seconds remaining. They have just the one timeout left. And Rodgers was shaken up on the play. And Rodgers needs to come out of the game. He goes down to the turf. Hope he's going to be okay. Amari Rodgers has had a great first half.
There is no option for a 10-second runoff because the runner made the line to gain, and the game clock was stopped.
It's been kind of interesting on the conservative play calling here. When they know they need to get down the field, we've seen a couple of runs. Hopefully Rodgers is okay.
Rodgers has been their most effective back so far. 9 carries for 52 yards. Let's see what happens here.
Had to get rolled up a little bit there. Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate. The end of that play there. Hopefully he's okay. That left leg.
He needs some help walking off the field. So that's something we'll certainly look to find out at the start of the third quarter, whether he's able to come out and play. And now let's see if New Mexico is more aggressive here. They've only got 14 seconds to work with. Jacobs is now at a running back, and he's got the football. And they get it to the 43. They'll use their final timeout with 6 seconds remaining after a 7-yard pickup there for Jacobs.
New Mexico.
Still kind of surprised with just the play calling and then using the timeout there.
Right, so now if you don't get it to the outside where they could stop the clock, even if they were to pick up a first down with only 6 seconds, the clock would stop momentarily, but would that be enough time to get up there and spike the football? I don't think so, right?
Not really sure what they're trying to do here. Maybe try to get a little bit closer so they can throw a Hail Mary pass to the end zone.
And there is the field goal kicker getting warmed up, Luke Drizwicki. Reminder, AT&T at the half is coming up shortly. Guys in the studio get you caught up on all things college football. And now a timeout, I believe, from Utah State.
Timeout, Utah State.
Now both teams have exhausted all 3
seconds.
timeouts they get in the first half. Now, clock stop here with 6 seconds to go. Cheer on your favorite Mountain West team with officially licensed fan gear. For the best selection of team apparel and accessories, head to shop ncaasports.com. And we saw Jordan Love sporting the Utah State gear in the pregame show. He looked sharp.
Yeah, a little bit of swag, nothing wrong with that.
He looked good in those Utah State colors. And we were here we called 5 of his games while he was at Utah State together.
It was a real fun year.
What an amazing young man. So nice to see him having all the success at the NFL level. And the Packers got it going right now.
I mean, remember when he came on the field, it was just like, who is this guy going to be?
Yeah.
What is he going to turn into? And to have the career with the Aggies that he did and at the next level, you love to see it.
All right, Brock Lane is all the way back at the goal line with a few other defenders. And Jacobs gets out of bounds at midfield with 2 seconds remaining. This is a more manageable Hail Mary situation. I'm curious how far Dampier can throw it and get enough height on it to give some guys a chance. If you look all the way back at the goal line, there are 3 Aggie defenders back there. Jalen Royals is back there, playing both ways here in the first half. Brock Lane, of course, at tight end. He's playing both ways. Dampier setting up for the Hail Mary. Now he'll throw it up. It doesn't have the distance, and it is picked off. Here come the Aggies the other way. It's Brock Lane with it, and Lane throws it back to a teammate. They still have it going. Well, that was fun and a wild finish to the first half. What's your takeaway from the first 30 minutes, Darius?
Well, we saw a slow start, really, for the Lobos on their side, needing to get Dampier going. A really good defensive onslaught by the Aggies there, controlling the quarterback. Being able to battle back through. Not exactly sure if we're getting a little chippy here.
No, it got real chippy after the play, right in front of the Utah State bench. There's some New Mexico guys there, and they ended up in the bench area.
Oh, somebody took a big shot on Brock Lane there. I think that was the start of the pushing and shoving back and forth.
Agnello, 66, was on his backside there, and you get those big linemen, caused a whole bunch of
ruckus.
That was a ruckus. That's right, Darius. That was a ruckus. All right, 24-15, our score at halftime. The Aggies led 17-0. Nice comeback from the Lobos. We've got a good one. AT&T at the half is next, and we'll talk to you right before the start of the third quarter. Dampier, now he's going to throw it. A little trickery. And he wants to throw for it, and it's caught. Touchdown, Lobos. Ryan Davis. Fades on again. And he bulldozes into the end zone. Blitz is coming. Petrus the throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Utah State. Well, those highlights got me fired up for the second half, Darius. There's a look at our game recap. Utah State leads 24-15. Lobos got off to a slow start, but they got themselves back in the game.
Well, certainly did, and you see Royals. 100 yards receiving.
Pretty impressive.
He's good.
Hello again, everyone. He's Darius Walker. I'm Maury Wolf with entertaining first half, Darius. It's the Utah State defense I know you came away impressed with as they came up with 2 interceptions.
It's really kind of been a surprise, especially when you see them the first part of the year defensively. They have not played well, but they've gotten things going here on defense, specifically with keeping Dampier under control. You see, usually he'd be able to break away from the pocket here, but they're doing great with their running lanes, ensuring that he can't do that and make big plays. Even as a design runner, he hasn't been able to get going on offense either. You see them, all these blue jerseys across the face, nowhere for Dampier to go with the football. That was an intentional grounding call. He's turned it over 2 times as well with 2 picks, so you got to give the Aggies a lot of credit on defense of slowing him down.
All right, here we go. The herd is ready for the second half. It'll be New Mexico to kick it away. Charles Steinkamp will be kicking to Jalen Royals. And here we go with the third quarter in Logan, Utah. The weather has cooperated. Just a great day for college football. All right, Utah State, this is only the second time this season they've led at the half. The only other time was at Temple, and they ended up losing that game.
Well, you certainly got to have a lot of confidence if you're the Aggies coming on in the second half.
So Petrus, really good in the first half, 22 of 29, 221 yards and a touchdown. Brock Lane in motion to set up a block, and Royals, a good play on first down. Lane out there to make the block. Noah Avenger forced Royals out of bounds.
That is a fun combo there. Jalen Royals and Brock Lane. An outstanding wide receiver and a dynamic tight end. Keeping them on both sides. That'll add a lot of pressure to this defense.
Petrus down the field. Royals is open. Royals inside the 20. And he gets dragged down by Noah Paula Gates, but a huge play for Jalen Royals.
Well, what a big play. He's to the right of the screen here, working against Paula Gates. Beats him to the inside on that post route, off to the races. Gates had no chance. He was way behind from the start of that play.
Timeout on the field for injury.
We've got an injured Lobo on the field.
59 yards on the play, Darius.
But a big-time play for Royals. He had over 100 already in the first half. He's running a post route here. You see Gates' steps behind him. Nice job by Petrus of leading Royals down the field for him to be able to catch that ball and keep running. Big-time play to start the second half for the Aggies.
Jalen Royals. Now 9 catches, 172 yards.
Wow, and it felt like he kind of had a quiet first half, just in terms of how it felt. He was productive, but not a whole lot of those explosive plays in the first half. That's an incredible start for the second half for the Aggies.
I don't know what it is about TNT Sports, right? If Nick Nash is on, he's catching 17 catches for, it seems this is a wide receiver friendly network. So here we go. Inside the 10, first and goal. Faison breaks the tackle. Faison cuts it back. He's in for the touchdown. Rasul Faison gets the 6. And the Aggies expand their lead.
He made that look so easy in terms of breaking tackles from the defensive line on the Lobos. Faison continuing to be dynamic with the football in his hands. He is hard to bring down. That first defender hasn't had much of an opportunity to bring him down here this game.
Tanner Cragun on for the extra point. Good look at the extra point. 31-15 the score.
And Ari, the guy to watch on defense for the Lobos is 89, Tuitele. He's got a chance to get him down, but that stiff arm and elusiveness of Faison is able to give him some extra space and then cut inside on Avenger for the touchdown. And the Aggies are celebrating on the sidelines. They're having fun with it.
And they should be partying here at Maverick Stadium. So Faison now 17 carries, 48 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So Faison now a total of 5 rushing touchdowns on the season. The seniors putting together a great season for the Aggies. And the Aggie faithful enjoying it. They're referred to as the Herd up here in Logan. Elliot Nimrod to kick it off for Utah State. Javen Jacobs is back deep for the Lobos. Strong kick. There will be no return here. All right, let's check in with Bridget, get an injury update.
Yeah, thanks, guys. In the end of that first half, we saw a whole slew of Lobos go down. So here's an injury update for you. The big one, number 28, Nakari Rogers, out with an ankle injury. Number 18, Cam Watts, is out with a head injury. Number 23, Josh Perry, out with a soft tissue issue. And then Caleb Medford, number 12, is out with a foot injury. So a number of big-time players for the Lobos now out in the second half.
Thank you, Bridget. Dampier pump fake, now down the field. Wysong's open, he's got the football. Luke Wysong got behind the defense, and Dampier did a great job to extend the play. 43 yards for Wysong.
We've seen the secondary for the Aggies get caught looking in the backfield. This time at safety, Jordan Vincent, number 24, had his eyes on Dampier instead of on his responsibility, which was Luke Wysong. Big pickup for the Lobos.
Sanders is in at running back with no Rogers for the Lobos. They will miss Rogers for sure. And they keep it on the ground with Eli Sanders, and he picks up 2 yards on first down. Iniguez makes the tackle. Wysong now over 100 yards receiving. He's got 7 catches for 102 yards. So we talked about the 2 alpha receivers for both these schools, and both of them have delivered this afternoon. Jalen Royals for Utah State and Luke Wysong for New Mexico. Dampier wanted to set up the screen. He's going to spin away from a couple defenders. Stop. Make one guy miss, and then finally out of bounds right near the line of scrimmage. Going to call it a loss of 3 on the play.
It's really a good job by Dampier, not forcing something down the field. You have to remember, he's a young quarterback. As a sophomore, we're watching him grow live.
3rd and 11. The Lobos just 1 for 5 on 3rd down.
3rd downs, you got to find Wysong, number 15. He's in the slot.
Jacobs in motion. Dampier thinks about taking off. Now he's in trouble, and he stays on his feet. Looking downfield. Going all the way to the end zone. To his guy. It's knocked up in the air. Batted around. Incomplete, but a flag. I think we're going to have defensive pass interference. He was looking for Nick Trujillo. 2 flags on the play. 1 back at the 30-yard line and 1 in the end zone. What a job there by Dampier to keep it alive. He's elusive.
That's what gives defensive coordinators a big headache there. You got the numbers on the quarterback to be able to get him down, but that elusiveness of Dampier on display again was keeping the play alive.
Play, 1 by each team. An eligible player downfield, number 76, offense. Pass interference, number 16, defense. Those fouls offset. Replay 3rd down.
Darius, I have a little empathy here for Unaba. I mean, that's a long time to block, right?
Especially with Dampier running around if you turned around and looked. But here's the pass interference call. Taylor did not get his eyes around and look for the football. But the penalty's offset. We remain 3rd down.
3rd and 11. Dampier, he wants to run for it. And he's got some room, got the 1st down and more. Dampier still on his feet, needs 1 more block. He's going to take it for the touchdown. 33 yards. Devin Dampier gets the touchdown.
What a call by the Lobos here. A design QB run from Devin Dampier on 3rd and long. You got to understand, all right, how much confidence you have in your quarterback. For it to be 3rd and long and to call QB draw, wow. Not only to pick up the 1st down, but Dampier showing that elusiveness to be able to take it to the house.
All right, look at this formation. They're going to go for 2 again. It worked off their 1st touchdown. Similar formation, number 5. Keep your eye on Trace Bruckler. They directly snapped it to him, and then he was able to literally walk in the end zone. And they do it again. The Bruckler, he's in for another 2-point conversion. Wow. What a play call. And New Mexico. It's suddenly a 31-23 game. It's a 1-score game here in Logan.
I mean, this 2-point conversion is something they need to add to the offense. Give Buckler some chance. Nice job. Lobos drive it down the field, pay it off. Plus the 2-point. We got a close one here in Logan.
This week's NHL on TNT feature matchup is in D.C., where the Capitals host the Flyers, 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT and Max. Glad you're with us here on TNT Sports. What a game. New Mexico now has converted 2 2-point conversions, so they're only down 8.
Not to mention 2 2-point conversions with the same play.
Yes. The Royals will let that ball happily go out of bounds. This will dramatically improve field position. So Charles Steinkamp's probably going to get a little bit of a lecture when he heads to the sideline. Let's check in with Bridget.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I caught up with both head coaches at the break. And for Utah State, I talked with Nate Dreiling, and he said, you know, if we can't give up those silly penalties, that would be great. But ultimately, he feels like his group played pretty well and was able to settle in. But that red zone offense, that was really the key for him. He said that's been an inconsistency all season long and something they focused on leveling out throughout this year and felt that they did well at. Well, as for New Mexico, the focus has been eliminating mistakes, concentration, discipline, and execution. Those were the focus points from Bronco Mendenhall. And he said, you know, Utah State did a really nice job defensively against Devin Dampier in the early goings of that 1st half.
Thank you so much, Bridget. Faison, the ball carrier, and he picks up 3 yards up to the 38-yard line. All right, let's compare 2 terrific alpha wide receivers, 1 for each school.
We knew that they both were going to be productive and to put up numbers here. They've done an outstanding job. You see 172 yards for Royals. Weissong's over 100 as well.
We got more than 11 and a half minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Petras doesn't feel the pressure. He just gets rid of it to Faison. So Faison makes the catch. 42-yard line, gain of 5, but Petras took a pretty big hit.
Yeah, he's got to have a little bit more awareness of what's going on around him when the plays break down. Still able to get that football away and avoid a sack. He's up a 3rd and short here.
3rd down for the Aggies, 7 for 11. Petras, the throw, that's incomplete. That's terrific defense there on the slot receiver. Nigel Williams, great play from Williams, senior from Richmond, Virginia. transfer from Northwestern.
Yeah, we've seen the Aggies on these inside routes try to throw them quick and fast. Nice heads-up play from Williams there to get the football down and get the defense off the field.
It's a huge play. Now, keep in mind, New Mexico struggled on fourth down plays. They had a couple of penalties that helped lead Utah State to a couple of touchdowns here. They got to avoid doing anything silly here on special teams. Almost looked like he was going to fake punt it. Not a great punt. Luke Wysong, and the ball comes out, and it's recovered by the Aggies. They're still fighting for the football. I thought I saw an original signal that said it was Utah State football. Well, that's got to hurt Luke Wysong.
And it looked like someone got pushed into him. His own player might have gotten pushed into him on a block. Watch at the end of this play. Looks like a body gets put into him, which throws him off.
Yeah, the Utah State player pushed the guy who was blocking for him into Wysong.
That was Reese White there as the gunner.
And Derek Moore there was trying to help out. Wysong was trying to block for him, but he got blocked into his own guy.
The ruling on the field is that a member of the return team blocked a member of the kicking team into the returner. That block is ignored. The kick was touched by a member of the return team and recovered by Utah State. It's first down.
Wow. Now that's a great explanation there of this sequence of events. That's unfortunate for Wysong because he does not anticipate that someone's going to get pushed into him.
But isn't this crazy? That's 3 times on a fourth down play where they were going to get the ball back New Mexico, and something happens and Utah State ends up with it. Let's see if the Aggies can cash in a 3rd time on a fourth down mistake. Petrus, the throw. He's looking for Tia. Tia has a touchdown in the game. Good throw. He couldn't make the catch this time. Well, that is very unlucky for New Mexico on that special teams play.
Really unfortunate there because everyone was trying to play well and play hard through the whistle. The Aggies end up with it again. Special teams really being the difference here in this game.
Faison with it. And Faison, look at him just keep grinding those legs. He's not a big back, Faison, but boy, it takes always more than one guy to bring him down. Picks up 6 yards on that play, and the Aggies want to go quickly. Petrus, the throw to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Utah State. Jalen Royals gets the 6. There is a flag on the play.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 12 players on the field at the snap. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Jalen Royals, 13-yard touchdown reception.
This is just tough sledding here for Javante Royal working against Royals. Unable to get that head around quick enough to know where the football was. Heads up play by the guy we've been talking about all day, continuing to produce from the wide receiver position. He's clearly one of the best in the country.
Cragun on for the extra point attempt. Kick is up and it is good. 38-23. Well, we're expecting a high-scoring affair. And now these two teams' offenses are stepping up. It's Royals making the play for Utah State. Jalen Royals, 10 catches, 185 yards. The 10 catches in a game ties a career high. He just continues to put together monster game after monster game. This is 4 straight games now with over 100 yards and at least 9 catches. That last touchdown catch, the 21st of his career, he is tied for 3rd, 1 away. And based on the way he's playing, he's going to finish atop that list.
Yeah, without a doubt there.
This is only game 7 of their season.
A lot of football left, a lot of season left. He's been dynamic, as good as advertised here today.
Jacobs from the goal line. Jacobs. Well, it looked like there was a little seam open, but he gets it just across the 20. It's a 20-yard return. Now Devin Dampier and the offense have to respond down 15. Fans here are absolutely thrilled with the way the Aggies are playing today.
Now, if you're the Lobos on offense, you can't panic here. They've had a lot of productivity, especially in the second half. And you see the numbers there from Dampier. 3 touchdowns, a couple of interceptions in the first half. He's been clean this second half, and they've been moving the football down the field by mixing it up.
Dampier on the end around, no place to go. They gave it to Jacobs, and he got absolutely smacked by John Miller. Loss of 4 on the play, and a late flag comes in well after the play.
Yeah, Miller is watching a lot of film. He knows that this play is coming across his face. He comes in from that Mike backer position and makes a big play. The question is the celebration afterwards.
There is no foul on the play. Second down.
They picked it up. Big time play from John Miller. Remember, he's playing because Clyde Washington, the Mike linebacker who has made a lot of plays for them on defense, is out today and out the rest of the season.
John Miller's done a heck of a job in his plays.
He really
He's made
has.
a bunch of plays. 2nd and 14. Jacobs in motion.
They got Jacobs there, starting forward
False
before.
start. Number 21, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
The injuries have been a part of the story for Utah State. A lot of empathy. You lose 5 defensive starters for the year. It's made life very tough for defense coordinator Bobby McMillan, and certainly the head coach, who's a defensive guy, Nate Dreiling, head coach. Came here from New Mexico State, was the defensive coordinator for New Mexico State. Dampier's going to keep it himself. Dampier looking for another block and finally spun down at the 26-yard line. Gain of 15 yards on the play. Jordan Vincent, the safety, makes the stop. Vincent, a captain for the Aggies, leader of that defense, and now a manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Dampier going up over the top. His man's got a step. It's Luke Wysong. Acrobatic catch gets it into Aggies territory. 34 yards on the reception for Wysong.
Now, Wysong, what an incredible route. He's working against Torian Union, number 15. Union was beat off the line. Nice delivery with that ball from Dampier. And Wysong trying to compete with Royals on the yards today. What a fun turnout for these 2 wide receivers.
1st and 10, Dampier to the air. Wysong makes the catch. Immediately tackled, no place to go. Torian Union there to make the tackle. 4 yards on the play.
Now, I'm impressed with just the conditioning right now from Wysong. He's been all over this field. They move him across the formation in motion. But he doesn't look gassed. 140 yards receiving, a lot more running, but he does not look gassed. It's impressive.
And I learned a fun fact from Frank Mercogliano, the SID. Albuquerque is at a higher altitude than Logan, so that's not a factor today, the altitude. As it's Jacobs, and he gets it to the 32-yard line. So you normally think, okay, you're coming to Utah for New Mexico, it's going to be playing at a higher altitude, but I learned my lesson. Albuquerque's at a much higher altitude than I realized. Jacobs, look, he is a jack of all trades back there, and they know they don't have Naquari Rogers for the rest of the game, so I think we're going to see a lot of Jacobs as he gets the 1st down for the Lobos.
So lucky for the Lobos to have a number of different guys that can run the football. They've got Sanders and Jacobs, both putting up some decent numbers here today.
Before the play, timeout Utah State. So it stops the clock with 7:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. Been a wild 3rd quarter.
It's been a fun one, and I think defensively here for the Aggies.
First, charge from out of the half, Utah State, 30 seconds.
One of the things you have to think about when you have a wide receiver who's putting up big numbers is like double teaming this guy, because like Wysong is putting up big numbers. So I wouldn't be surprised for them to try to take a safety like Ike Larson, put him over the top of the formation with a guy underneath him to try to take away Wysong.
All right, for more on the relationship between Dampier and Wysong, let's go to Bridget.
Yeah, guys, when Dampier first got to New Mexico, Luke Wysong really took him under his wing last season. Dampier was the backup QB, and Wysong got hurt in the early part of the year, so they were on the sideline together quite a bit, which allowed for their friendship to really blossom. And Dampier told me that this season, Wysong has really shown everyone that he's one of the hardest workers on the team, and said, why shouldn't I trust him when I throw it to him? Luke never fears who's guarding him, and I always believe he'll be the one to come down with the ball.
Good stuff there, Bridget. It's a good-looking drive here for New Mexico. 1st and 10. Play action. Dampier gets a block from Jacobs. Dampier off to the races and out of bounds at the 15. Nice block from Jacobs. 14 yards on the play.
This is really tough for the Aggies here to slow down Dampier because they did a good job in coverage on the back end. But Dampier showing you that elusiveness again. He does such a good job on when the play breaks down, making sure that he keeps his eyes downfield and pick up big yards as a runner.
1st and 10. On the ground, huge hole for Jacobs. Makes a guy miss. He's in for the touchdown. Javen Jacobs, 15 yards. Touchdown for New Mexico. What a play by Javen Jacobs.
Well, we were expecting a shootout, Ari. It's really starting to feel that way. Incredible job by Jacobs here, cutting off of 70, Elvin Harris. He's a backup right tackle. He comes into the game and does a good job blocking upfield, but a gaping hole for Jacobs, and he takes it to the house.
They're setting up a 3rd time for a 2-point conversion in the same formation. Well, Utah has learned its lesson. This time it's the direct snap, and he doesn't get in. Somehow they stopped Justin Holiday right at the goal line. I felt like if he would have gotten low there, he could have dove in.
The ruling on the field is the runner was short of the goal line. Tries
So New Mexico had converted their last 2 2-point conversions, but not this one. So the Utah State lead is 38-29.
An incredible job from Torian Union. Watch 15 come in. Stops him right at the goal line. 2-point conversion, no good. We'll be right back.
There's a score by quarter. Keep in mind, we still have more than 7 minutes in the 3rd quarter, and there's been 28 points scored in the 3rd quarter. If you weren't with us off the top, this game was projected to have more points than any game all season. And I guess they knew what they were talking about.
We're getting close to the projection.
Yep.
We really are. What a fun second half for both of these teams on offense.
Luke Drizwicki this time is going to kick it off for the Lobos. And that one almost went out of bounds. Steinkamp, the last time he kicked off, it did go out of bounds. See, he lost his job at least temporarily.
Now, Ari, on the other side, we talked about Wysong and potentially doubling him. I suspect that if you're the Lobos, they have to think about that for Jalen Royals. He's putting on a clinic today. They need to help these secondary defenders, these corners. They've been keeping it on an island with one-on-one coverage on the outside. Put a safety over the top to double team him and take him away.
1st and 10 from the 25. Herschel Turner Jr. is in the game, and he's got the football. That's a true freshman. He gets thrown to the ground by Bryce Santana. Nice play there by big old number 99. Just over 300 pounds. He's a New Mexico native.
Yeah, he's a 5th-year guy, too. Redshirt senior. Big-time football player for them.
Petrus looking to throw, will dump it down. And the true freshman makes the catch and drags 3 Lobos with him to pick up a Utah State 1st down. Derek Moore, number 20, was one of those guys getting dragged by Turner. That's a heck of a play from Turner.
It's a nice job by Petrus there. Can't stress enough just how much he has grown as a quarterback with making these decisions and not taking unnecessary risk.
And look at this, he breaks the tackle. Herschel Turner, another 1st down, and he gets through the tackle of Derek Moore again.
Yeah, Moore's got to bring
11
his pads here. Bring those pads and try to get low to maybe grab the hip area so you can get those legs down.
Petrus, all kinds of time. Now starts moving to his right. He'll throw that one away. There was a couple of wide receivers in the area.
Herschel Turner, the running back, number 21, just a true freshman. I love to see the young guys get an opportunity to compete. He has made the most of his opportunities. A couple of touchdowns, averaging 5 yards per carry. He's got a bright future.
Good looking running back. And Petrus is changing the play. 2nd and 10. Blitz is coming. They pick it up. Petrus completes it to Brock Lane. Lane inside the 30 and brought down at the 27-yard line. 26 yards on the play for Brock Lane. And they want to go quickly here. They're getting right on the ball.
Noah Avenger that time, the safety, was so far off in his split. Easy pitch and catch. And look at 87 going off the field here. There's Brock Lane. He's got a little bit of a limp there. Let's see if Bridget can't get us some info on his status. That'd be a big loss for the Aggies if he's unable to go.
Lane's got 4 catches, more than 50 yards. Oh, that's almost picked off. Dimitri Johnson had a look at an interception.
Now, we've seen these backers blitz in this series. This time, instead of coming, Dimitri Johnson at the Mike backer position just backs up a couple of steps. So they take the blitz off, which confuses Petrus. He almost threw another pick.
They give to Turner, and this time well defended. Dimitri Johnson, 22. He didn't make the interception. He made a great play there defensively.
Tui Tele, number 89, did a nice job of knifing inside to get him down. But that's been the story with Petrus on some of the interceptions. Not noticing that these backers are backing up into coverage. Nice little wrinkle there for the Lobos after bringing pressure. Trying to confuse the quarterback.
Brock Lane is currently in the injury tent. Petrus on 3rd down, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Adotia. So I think that they will attempt a fairly long field goal here. Trying to stretch the lead to 12. They're currently up 9. Cragen will come on for what I think is going to be a 45-yard attempt. All of his attempts have come from the left hash mark. He's already made field goals from 36 and 38. This will be a career long for Cragen. Kick is on the way. And he missed it. He pushed it to the right. So the New Mexico defense comes up with a stop. That was really significant. It felt like the game could have gotten away from the Lobos.
They definitely needed a stop there. You see this. Wide to his right. That's a big stop for the Lobos, though. They were bleeding quite a bit on that drive, too. Able to make a play or two on 2nd and 3rd down.
Heisman front runners, Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty. We've talked a lot about Ashton Jeanty on our air this season. He's just put together just an incredible season.
It's funny that you have to list the tackles on there for Jeanty as if.
New Mexico, good play on 1st down. Javen Jacobs has played really well. Well, I know you know everything about the running back position, having started at Notre Dame. And I know you've really appreciated watching Ashton Jeanty. There are certain things early in the season you were telling me about what makes him unique as a running back. Yeah,
a lot of it is really the vision and the balance, but like his ability to be able to understand what's happening at the point of attack is just second to none. He does an incredible job in those tight moments of when a defender's going to hit him, making that guy miss at the very last second. It's exceptional.
2nd and 4. Sanders, the running back. They give this to Sanders, and he gets stopped after a gain of 1. Ike Larson, the safety, nice play there.
Yeah, this is what the Aggies are going to have to do on the edge, is bring these safeties down to make a play. Larson untouched on the outside, controlling that edge. You have to remember, too, that's also how you keep Devin Dampier in the pocket is by protecting the edge. Bringing those safeties down can help.
Lobos started 0 for 4 on third down, 4 for 4 on their last 4 third downs. Dampier looks that way. He's going to take off and run and get the first down and more. 7 yards for Devin Dampier. And most importantly for them, a fresh set of downs.
Boy, Richard Pierce, number 78, the right guard, is so good in space when you move him. Watch that big body up front, moving that big guy
for an injury
on the outside to try to help create space for Dampier. That used to be one of my favorite things to see as a 300-pound offensive lineman on the move, showing you some athleticism. Give the big guy a pat on the back.
Ike Larson, the injured player for Utah State. He is critical to what they do in the back end. He was first team All Mountain West a year ago. Last year he had over 100 tackles, put together another great season, came in to today's game with 48 tackles.
Yeah, from his free safety position, him and the strong safety, Jordan Vincent, 24, they really make this defense go. They come down in a box and make a lot of tackles. So that'll be a key one if Ike's unable to go. We've seen Chase Davis, number 19, come in to spell him at times. We'll see what they end up doing at the free safety position.
Darius, one thing that's interesting, they didn't run Dampier on many design runs in the first half. He had 4 carries for -1 yards. Third quarter rushing, 6 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown. First and 10. Dampier wants to throw, and he'll complete it. It's Ryan Davis making the catch, fighting for extra yards. Got some help from some linemen. Gets 11 yards, and another New Mexico first down.
I tell you, it's been really tough for the Aggies on defense because Dampier has been so electric in the second half as a runner. So everyone's eyes are on the quarterback, trying to make sure he doesn't get out and escape. Davis does a nice job of running a timing route to pick up the first down.
Maya Peters, the ball carrier. We knew we'd see 4 backs. That's Soljae Maya Peters. Former quarterback at BYU getting a chance to run the football because Naquari Rogers out, got hurt late in the first half. So now on to their 4th running back when he was expected to get some reps.
Looks like we got Dampier split out here.
Yep,
might be a wildcat situation.
Maya Peters in the wildcat. He fakes the handoff, looking to run. Nice cutback. And he gets it to the 41-yard line, gain of 3 for the junior from Hawaii. John Ross May there, the linebacker, brought him down. Critical 3rd and 4. I'm starting to think here, with them down 9, this may be 4-down territory where they are in the field. Let's see what they elect to do here.
And that last play, when you split Dampier out, is an opportunity to get him a break. So don't be surprised if they got a design run from the QB position here on 3rd down.
Jason Beck, the offensive coordinator, one of many guys who played for the head coach, who's now coaching for him. See what Beck dials up here. Dampier is going to run it. Dampier in space. Has the first down, tackled at the 35-yard line by Ike Larson. Give Dampier another 7 yards on the ground.
He's so dangerous with the football in his hands, but you see the sequence of play calling here.
Officials, timeout for an injury.
We got an injured Aggie down on the ground, but the sequence of play calling there, Ari, give your quarterback a break, split him out, make sure he's not winded, then call his number as a runner to pick up the first down.
John Ross May, the injured Aggie. And he seems like he's going to be okay, able to jog off on his own, so that's good news for Ross and the Aggies.
Yeah, the Aggies were excited to get John May Ross. They had other teams vying for him in the transfer portal. He's a 2-time All-American in D2.
The beauty of today's world, wherever you're playing, if you've got talent, they'll find you.
Absolutely. And they'll fight for you.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Battle.
And write checks for you.
Without a doubt. Man, I hate I missed those checks.
Oh,
those checks.
I'm telling you, Darius Walker and NIL was a match. That is a perfect match.
Maybe I can get some back pay then.
I think you should. Know? If you want, I'll give you a few bucks after the game. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Dampier, it's not there. The screen. He's got to get rid of this. Smart play. Ball was thrown near Sanders. The pressure was coming from Jaden Pearson. And there is a flag on the play at the 30-yard line. Might be a legal man downfield. Dampier was arguing his case.
Always found that never worked when you try to talk to the official.
Maybe he's thinking, maybe he's pre-law.
Here's a line.
Give him a chance.
Let's see, C76 all the way downfield trying to make that block. That's Onamba.
Not only was he illegal downfield, it sort of seemed like offensive pass interference as
foul
well.
On the play for an eligible player downfield. The quarterback was illegally grounding the ball. Second down.
Okay. They pick up the flag after a discussion. 10 seconds remain in the third quarter. It's been a crazy third quarter.
Isong's here in the slot. We got a second and long situation.
Isong in the backfield. Play action. Dampier down the field. This man's got a step. Is that picked off? What a play. DJ Graham, the second, with the interception.
Utah State.
Wow, what a play by DJ Graham here. But Ari, for Devin Dampier, this is a missed throw.
And the result of the play is a
Trujillo, number 7, is streaking down the middle of the field. He's got to throw this football towards the goalpost instead of to the right of him. That allowed DJ to be able to make an incredible play on the football and create a turnover. For the young quarterback, you got to throw that football inside where the guy is going to let him run underneath it. Errant throw results in an interception.
That's the third interception thrown by Devin Dampier. And he had come in, I believe it was over 70 attempts without an interception thrown. So now New Mexico down 9. Utah State have time to run one more play here before the end of the third quarter.
The ruling on the field of an interception and a touchback is under further review.
I'm going to take another look at this. I guess the question is, did his back land in the end zone? Look at this play from DJ here. Where is his back when he lands on the ground?
Hard to tell from that angle. This will be the angle where we can see where they should mark the football. Oh yeah, he's down before the end zone. Yeah, they should have the ball at their own 1. How about this, Darius? We were talking about Utah State defense just not creating turnovers. 4 takeaways all season. In today's game, 4 takeaways. What a difference it makes. Yeah.
What a change it has made for them.
Put that on your highlight reel, young man. That was
impressive.
Really impressive. He's got the cowboy hat on.
Having a little bit of fun with it.
After review, it is an interception. The defender was down at the 1-yard line. The first down and 10 at that spot, Utah State.
They saw that elbow come down as we did. Good call by the officials.
It's really significant, though. Instead of being a touchback, you know, if you're New Mexico, you figure, okay, like, we get a stop here. We'll get the football back with excellent field position. We've still got the entire fourth quarter still to come. All right, Utah State backed up inside their own 1-yard line. Taking quarterback sneak here, and it is Petrus and the big quarterback, but a flag comes in to hold everything. Quarter, we got zeros on the clock, but a flag came in. And look, if it's on Utah State, there's almost no place to go. Right, if it's half the distance to the goal line, another maybe a foot and a half max.
Personal foul, chop block, numbers 55 and 60. Offense, the appeal is enforced half the distance to the goal. Replay first down. That's the end of the third quarter.
Owls and Alo there.
That's a tough call for the Aggies there. But they're having a fun one. Unable to create turnovers really in the first part of their season. But today, DJ puts turnover number 4 for the Aggies.
Welcome back to Logan, Utah. Joined now by Utah State interim head coach Nate Dreiling. Coach, quite the interception there to end the third quarter. How does that set the tone for the fourth for your guys?
That's huge. The biggest thing now is getting out from the 1 yard line, right? If we can get at least 2 first downs, right, we're going to be set. But if they pin us down here, we're going to be in the same dogfight. So huge possession here for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bridget. Thank you to Coach. Yeah, a critical moment here for Utah State. And Faison breaks the tackle, and Faison keeps on going, gets it to the 7-yard line. A flag has come in. We did learn that ultimately New Mexico declined the penalty at the end of the quarter. So instead of that being a first down play, that was a second down play. Both these teams have had issues with penalties all season long, particularly Utah State.
Holding, number 86, offense. Penalties enforced half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
That's on Will Money.
And that's a tough one because Faison picked up some good yardage to give them some breathing room. Watch for 86. He's going to come in at the last second of this. Right side blocking, trying to get some space for Faison. Not really sure the call there. It's hard to see from that angle.
Not a lot there. All right, hold on before the play. And the faithful here, and Logan getting a little frustrated. Their team is up 9. New Mexico side dealing with it. You could see where the shadows are, so there's sunlight on maybe about up to the 45-yard line on only one side of the field on an angle. Be interesting if they throw a ball up to a receiver, how hard it might be to find the football. Faison, good vision. He gets it out to the 7-yard line. And here we go with the third down play. This is a monster play for New Mexico.
You heard Coach mention it in his conversation with Bridget, needing to get a couple of first downs to make sure they're not in that dogfight of field position issues. This is a big-time play. Now, we've yet to see them feature Royals. He's at the very bottom of the screen here, split all the way out. Sometimes they like to lean on him on these third downs and will force the football to him.
The throw, it's on time. Looking for Kyrie's White. Does he make the
ruling
catch?
on the field.
Yes, he does, and that's enough for a Utah State first down. Gain of 6 for White.
Let's see if this is a catch. The ball gets low right in the stomach area.
Officials
that's not a catch.
timeout
That
for
does
an
not
injury.
look like a catch.
It's going to be fourth down.
Bring up a fourth down. And
Well,
that's unfortunate because White had a chance at it.
Oh, it was right in the breadbasket, right?
there. Perfect throw from Petrus. Got to help your quarterback out.
Injured player Noah Avenger.
Take another look at this. White unable to hang on to the football there. Nice throw and a lot of traffic. Quick pass from Petrus.
And Petrus put it only where his guy could catch it. It was a great throw.
Got to come down with those.
I don't see the referee looking at a replay. Because normally this just comes from upstairs. You don't have to throw a challenge flag. That, you know, all the guys upstairs. This would be pretty shocking if they don't take a second look at this. If you're New Mexico. Now you can, as a team, you can challenge. But usually the replay officials just do it for you.
They usually do. Looks like Bronco might be having that conversation.
I mean, it's definitely incomplete. All right, now they're, I think, finally going to take a look at this. It's actually, the injured player, I think, actually really helps New Mexico here. It gave everyone a chance to look at the play.
After review, it was an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Good job by the crew. Great job by the replay officials upstairs, getting that call right. Now, mark that play, because had they had the first down, up 9, now all of a sudden New Mexico should get really good field position. Hatsunli to punt it. Wysong hoping for a chance to return. Just another monster high punt. And Wysong, the fair catch at the Lobos' 48-yard line. A 45-yard punt. No return. So more than 13 and a half minutes to go. The Lobos have been outscored 101-52 in the fourth quarter. That minus 49-point differential, the third worst in all of FBS. But they can flip that story right here.
Well, we talked to Bronco about that too, when he mentioned that initially it was the first half where they would play and didn't have good third quarter, so they've stretched it now to play well in the third quarter. They need to stretch it a bit further to get a full and complete game.
He says the fourth quarter has been an issue for them.
He acknowledged it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Lobos. Down 9, plenty of time left. Dampier fires it over to Eli Sanders, and Sanders a nice gain. 9 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd and short.
He found something with putting the tight end, Buckner, number 5, in the backfield and leading up on plays. He's done a nice job of helping these runners get up the field to the second level quickly.
And New Mexico had to substitute a lineman there getting off the field. They need a chance here to take a shot down the field on 2nd and short. They give us to Wysong, looking for a block. Cuts it back. Wysong still on his feet and gets the first down. What a 2nd and 3rd effort there from Luke Wysong.
Showing you the shiftiness from Wysong there.
That's one of the
DJ
best
Graham had a chance to get him down, number 4 here. He makes him miss and gets up the field, was able to pick up the first down. Wow.
That's a highlight reel on a 2-yard play.
He ran a lot further than 2 yards to get it.
1st and 10 at the 40. Wysong in motion. Dampier thought about it. He's going to take off. He's got to watch out. And he takes a big hit after a gain of a couple. Miguez in there to make the play. One of 4 former New Mexico State players who are now playing defense for Utah State. They came over with their interim head coach.
And you see Wysong there. He wasn't looking, so Dampier didn't throw the football. He wanted to feed it to him. Didn't have his head turn around. Nice job by Dampier not making a risky throw.
On the ground, keeping his balance is Eli Sanders, and Sanders has enough for a New Mexico first down.
All right, this is one of the things you work on in practice in the running back drills, is a drill where you put your hand on the ground to try to keep yourself up to show some balance. Nice job from Sanders there, picking up the first.
And check this out, Darius, it's actually 3rd and inches. New Mexico now 6 for 10 on 3rd downs. They've converted their last 6 3rd downs. On the ground, and Sanders picks it up easily. Gets all the way to the 25-yard line. 6 yards for Sanders.
We've seen this committee work really well from the running back position for the Lobos. Sanders now, we've seen Jacobs. He's got a touchdown run.
Sanders again, and Sanders gets it to the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the carry. New Mexico has rushed the football for more than 200 yards in the game.
Officials, timeout for an injury.
And we have a Utah State injured player. Waiting to see if we can get a look at his number. There's a beautiful drone shot. Maverick Stadium, Logan, Utah. Been treated to just a perfect day weather-wise, really entertaining game. New Mexico's got a 2-game win streak on the line. Still haven't been able to make out the number. Here we go. Yeah, it's Miller, John Miller, who's played great football. Really been rock solid.
They'll hope to get him back for sure. See if Bridget can't get us any intel.
Because he's already the backup at that position, so now they're into their third string guy.
Yeah, the guy they like to bring in that mode is Logan Peely, number 27.
Miller 8 tackles and 2 sacks today.
And Peely is in at the Mike backer position.
Sanders with it. There's a hole. Sanders to the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos. Eli Sanders gets the touchdown, and New Mexico back within a score.
This offensive line has been textbook this drive, but really it's the tight end, Trace Buckler, number 5. When they put him in the backfield, he has a knack for finding the big space and the big holes. You see 5 leads up to create a little bit more space for Sanders, but he almost goes untouched into the end zone.
Drzwicki, the extra point is good. Our score now is Utah State 38, New Mexico 36. They go 7 plays, 51 yards, all running plays, and Sanders gets the 6.
Always at the lead, I never change.
There's the scoring drive for New Mexico. 7 plays, 51 yards. They never threw it, not one time. All rush plays.
That's my kind of drive.
Yo, you like that?
My kind of drive. Love to see them keep it on the ground.
Drzwicki to kick it off for New Mexico. New Mexico, their 3 rushing touchdowns, they've all come from at least 15+ yards away from pay dirt. A 15-yard run, a 20-yard touchdown run, the last one, and Dampier, the 33-yard touchdown run. Fair catch by Jalen Royals.
Well, part of what they've been able to do with this offensive line for the Lobos is get big guys out in space. Watch Anello here. He's at the center. He's going to come out and make a kick-out block that leaves a gaping hole for Buckner to come in to clean up color, and specifically for Sanders to get up the field and go untouched to the house. That is my favorite. Mentioned it. Big guys, 300 pounds, showing athleticism. It's a beautiful thing. Give the big guy his flowers.
Petrus, little wide receiver screen to Grant Page, his first catch of the game. And I'm sure you rewarded your offensive lineman at Notre Dame. What did that mean? Like pizza every week? What'd you do for the guy?
I mean, I gave him pizza every week anyway. But what I would do sometimes is, sometimes the offensive linemen, they don't get as much love from the girls. So, like, I would invite a few girls over. We all would have pizza, hang out, and everyone feel good about their lives.
That's Bryce Santana, a little anxious there on the nose, and he's going to come out of the game. He got his money's worth there. If you're going to be offside, get a piece of somebody.
Offside, number 99, defense with contact. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
He's had a pretty good game. One of the things the coaches mentioned is how aggressive he can be. That was on full display there. But Keeney, number 7, will give Santana a break.
Faison with it. Good patience and vision as he gets it up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the play.
Faison really uses the jump step better than any other back I've seen in the conference. Just giving himself an extra few seconds to decide where to go with the football.
No Jalen Royals on the field at the moment. It's a little bit surprising. He is their star wide receiver, who has 10 catches for 185 yards and a touchdown. Right back to Faison. And this time New Mexico defends it well. Devin Brandt Epps, 97, solid defensive play. 3 yards on the carry, enough for a first down.
And this is a big thing for the Aggies here. No Royals out there. Also, no Brock Lane
No Brock
either
Lane, yep.
at tight end. So we'll see if Bridget can't get us some intel on what's going on with the 2 best options in the wide receiver realm for the Aggies. It'll be a big story if they can't go.
Huge. First and 10. Petrus the throw. It was bobbled but caught by Tyrese White. Let's check in with Bridget. Bridget?
Yeah, guys, all right. Well, Jalen Royals, you mentioned him. He's down here on the sideline getting stretched out by one of the training staffs on that right leg. But Brock Lane, you mentioned him. I've seen him on the sideline. He wants to come back in this game, but he's got an ice pack on that right leg and is not holding a helmet, which isn't a good sign.
Wide receiver screen to White and gets the first down. Good blocking. They've done that a lot today. Get it quickly to the edge, and then get a guy out there blocking in space.
And you got to credit these wide receivers for making an impact in the blocking game as well when their comrade catch it. That's Otto Tia, number 5, does a nice job blocking outside to help him pick up the first down.
2-point game, less than 8 minutes to go. Petrus hands it off to Turner. Turner puts on the Jets. Herschel Turner, give him the touchdown. 43 yards for Herschel Turner.
The true freshman. Coming in and making a huge difference. It's such a soft box from the Lobos here. They got 5 defenders in the box. No one up top for Turner to be able to take it to the house. Nice job by the Aggies of taking advantage of the soft box from the Lobos.
Craig on the extra point. That is a huge extra point because it makes it a 2-score game. All right, Darius, 45-36. We still got more than half a quarter. And I know you love seeing those running backs get it into the paint for the touchdown. The true freshman, Herschel Turner.
Always just a lead. I never.
Here's a look at our game summary, and we told you if you love offense, you've come to the right game. Utah State, 45 points, almost 500 yards of total offense. And Utah State got off to the quick start, 17-0, but give the Lobos credit, they battled.
Yeah, especially through 4 turnovers here in the game.
Elliot Nimrod to kick off. Luke Wysong is deep for New Mexico. And Wysong will not attempt a return. All right, there were 3 fourth down plays that were critical in this game.
There really have been. First was the face mask here on fades on. That kept the drive alive for the Aggies, and then offsides in the special teams gambit. And then the muff punt. Unfortunate for Wysong, gets contacted by his own guy. Each one of those situations ended up with touchdowns from the Aggies.
3 fourth down plays that had a significant impact in the game, but the Lobos still have a chance. Plenty of time. Dampier gets it out a little late, looking for Wysong, and it's incomplete.
Now the Lobos on offense have been really good in this second half. No reason to press here. Still a 2-score game. Gonna have to bring a little bit more tempo just to make sure, but not like overly fast.
And run the football. That's what's been working.
Without a doubt.
2nd and 10. Dampier wants to throw. Looking for Wysong, and miscommunication there. J.D. Drew in coverage, but either Wysong ran the wrong route or Dampier thought he was going to do something else. They were not on the same page.
I think J.D. Drew might have gotten away with a little bit of a hold there on Wysong. Watch the end of this. You see him pulling that jersey right as he stops. Unable to get back into the flow of the route.
3rd and 10 for the Lobos.
Now remember, on 3rd down, they will call a QB draw. They're not afraid to do that with Dampier.
Dampier thought about running, throws it to Wysong. 1st down and more for the Lobos. 17 for Luke Wysong, who continues to put up PlayStation numbers today.
That QB draw has worked so much that you have to account for it if you're the Aggies.
And Utah State has to burn their 2nd timeout. They were trying to get some new personnel on the field. They had 12 guys on the field that were going to get called for it, so they used the timeout. And how about this, Darius? New Mexico was 0 for 4 on their first 4 third down conversion attempts. Since then, they are 8 for 8. So a total of 8 for 12. 0 for 4, then 8 for 8.
Perfect. in the second half. It's been incredible to watch.
The way this game has gone, I feel like there are a few more twists and turns before this one's done. Lobos cheer team keeping the faith. Down 9 on the road. Bronco Mendenhall has resurrected programs at BYU and Virginia and trying to do it at New Mexico. It seems like he's the perfect fit for this job.
And I will say, too, at this point in the season for both of these teams, like the identity of both sides is starting to emerge. So winning a close game just is going to bode so well for the second half of your season.
On the ground, it's Sanders. He picks up, call it 2 yards. And they will not huddle here. They're not going particularly fast. Less than 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Blitz is coming, they pick it up. Could be a chance here, Dampier. Wysong's got a step. He gets hit, no flag where there was contact. Wysong looking for a little bit of laundry, and he's not going to get it. J.D. Drew in coverage.
Yeah, I think J.D.'s going to get away with another one here at the end of this route. Look at the little touch there. Just enough to get Wysong off balance where he falls down, and another no call. Smart playing on the play of J.D. Drew.
And Wysong's out of the game here on 3rd down. He might be cramping.
He's been running a lot.
He has been running. Who will step up for the Lobos here?
Ryan Davis out here.
Dampier wants to run it. And he gets tackled from behind. Keon Sloan, 98, a terrific defensive play for the Aggies. And do you go for it here?
I think you might
Down
have
9.
to. I think you might have to in a 2-possession game. You may think about this a little bit. Maybe take some time. Make sure you're on the right play call.
New Mexico this season, 6 of 10 on 4th down. First 4th down attempt today. Sanders in motion. They get it off just in time. Dampier feeling the pressure, moving to his right. Now down the field. Does Davis hold on? Yes, he does. Ryan Davis, what a catch in traffic. 39 yards, Ryan Davis.
Wow, DJ Graham here, the corner, has a chance to really pick this off. I'm not sure where his eyes got, but he kind of got lost as the football got to Davis. He had a chance to either knock that football down or hit the wide receiver, and he misses on both.
Sanders running between the tackles, gets it to the 13-yard line. Less than 5.5 to go in the 4th.
This has really been a fun game, my friend.
So much fun. And we're getting real close to 1,000 yards total offense for both teams.
Remember that Eli Sanders is in the backfield, number 6.
Sanders has it. He is stopped in the backfield. Great play there coming up. Jaden Pearson, the linebacker, 39, lost a 2 on the play.
He does a great job of knifing inside this line. Number 39, watch him get Sanders down. Good job of going low, wrapping a guy up. And Jaden Pearson, he's a former safety. They moved him to the linebacker position this year. He's starting to come on strong.
3rd down. Sanders in motion, 10th play of the drive. They complete it. And look at the second effort from Trace Bruckler. That gets just enough for a Lobos first down. 10 yards on the play.
I'm really glad they're giving Buckner some love on the outside because he's been such a great fullback for them in blocking and opening up holes here. But he uses that big frame at 6'3", 244 pounds, and just keeping those legs churning to pick up the first down.
Do you see the way he just leaned his body and willed himself to get the first down?
Kind of a grown man move out there.
Absolutely. Not sure who the injured player is for Utah State. Players surrounded by a few trainers. As soon as we get the number, we'll let you know. 4:10 left in this one. 2-score game. Bronson will lay Val. All right. Well, we talked about it on the drive up. Would there be more than 1,000 yards of total offense? And these two teams
Here we are.
have delivered. This drive began at the New Mexico 25. They've gone 10 plays, 70 yards in 3.5 minutes.
Including going for it on 4th down and having a big pickup. So gutsy play calling right now from the Lobos to keep themselves in it.
Yeah, Jason Beck, the offensive coordinator.
Now, one of the things that's interesting for them now, we still don't see Luke Wison, number 15, still not in the game. Which means they may look for Davis on the outside. He's at the bottom of the screen.
Dampier looking for blocks. Dampier fights his way in. Touchdown, New Mexico. 5-yard touchdown run, Devin Dampier. And they will go for one here. They've had 2 successful 2-point conversions, but this time they elect to go for one to make it a 2-point game. Luke Drizwicki is on for the extra point attempt. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it is good.
The Lobos showing guts and fight on this drive. Anello, number 66, is going to snap it and then come around and make a big block on Vincent. Gives you the extra space from Dampier there. And Ari, how many quarterbacks are going to lower their shoulder and try to knock a defender over and get into the end zone? He's very unique in that.
We talked about this early in the week, and I always try to remind everyone when it comes to college football, don't necessarily look at the records of the team. Every Saturday, an amazing football game might break out, and today is one of those days here in Logan. These two teams combined 3 wins on the season, but this has turned into a thrilling football game.
It really has. Now let's talk a little bit about the elephant in the room and the lack of defensive play on both sides. There are ways that you can help yourself. For the Aggies, they've got a lot of injuries, so the depth has been an issue for them, specifically on defense. But both teams need to figure out how you settle down and slow some of these offenses down. It's really been the offensive line play on both sides that's been the difference, because when either defense has brought pressure, hadn't really gotten home yet.
The running game for New Mexico this season now, 21 rush touchdowns, 16 rush touchdowns in their last 3 games, including 4 today.
I mean, I kind of want to go down there and shoot up for him. I kind of want to.
You should.
Put me in the backfield,
Put
coach.
that 3 on, Walker on the nameplate. Let's go. Now, Utah State, it looks like they're anticipating an onside kick. Do you think that's what's coming?
I think they're just going to be ready for it for sure. I'd be surprised with almost 4 minutes left in the game.
And they have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah. Just would be surprised on that call. But nothing wrong with being prepared if you're the Aggies.
So the true freshman, Herschel Turner, had the touchdown earlier this quarter. He waits at his own 15-yard line. New Mexico 0 for 2 on onside kicks, and they'll kick this one away. And nice job there to field it, but it'll be a touchback. He messed with New Mexico a little bit. He messed with my head there. I thought he was thinking about bringing that out.
He did have a sprint to the back of the end zone there to catch it.
All right, how will the Aggies respond? Petrus has been terrific. 31 of 44, 357 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You got to be excited if you're the Aggies. Number 1, Jalen Royals
he's
is
back
in the game.
Yeah. Petrus has spread around 9 different players with receptions today. And they want to throw it to Royals. And he makes one guy miss. And then Nigel Williams got just enough of him to limit it to a gain of 3. And he went out of bounds, which stops the clock. And they'll immediately restart it once the ball is set. So now the clock is winding. Royals now with a career-high 11 receptions today. Utah State using all the play clock here. Faison with it, and they get just enough of him to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Bryce Santana here, the nose guard, makes a touchdown saving tackle there to bring up a third down. Watch 99 come in here and get just enough of Faison to pull him down.
And Faison's nicked up. He comes out of the game here on third down. So the true freshman is in there.
So no Faison now for the Aggies. We also haven't seen Brock Lane, number 87 at tight end for them either.
And they got a true freshman standing next to their quarterback. Will he be able to do his job in pass protection? Petrus. Now he's going to scramble and run for it. He does not get the first down. It's going to be fourth and about 1.5 yards. We've got a New Mexico player down.
Officials, timeout on the field.
And that
for
is
injury.
Bryce Santana, number 99. So clock stop here with 2:27 to go in the fourth.
I mean, we've seen a lot of productivity on offense. I have to say, these guys are probably gassed. Like you're seeing people lay on the ground. You're seeing players just take a moment to try to catch some wind a little bit there.
So last week in the New Mexico game, they had 6 defensive players play every single snap, all 77 defensive snaps as Santana, hopefully good news, able to walk off on his own.
Charged him out of the half.
So these New Mexico defenders have played a lot of defense today. Do they have enough here? And what do you think are Utah State, you think they're considering going for it?
They haven't really been stopped on offense. It's just they haven't been stopped. And with a running back like Faison, I think you have to assume that for 1 yard, he's going to be nifty and shifty enough to be able to pick it up. I mean, if I'm a betting man here, Ari, and I told you I don't really bet, but in this case, I think you go for it if you're the Aggies. You want to put this game away. It's a gutsy call.
I mean, right, because if you don't get it, basically New Mexico is almost already in field goal territory and would have a chance to win.
High risk, high reward. As we look at the numbers for Royals there, 188 yards and a touchdown.
All right, so here are the total numbers. We've got 88 points, 1,018 yards of total offense on 150 offensive plays.
We wanted a shootout. They have delivered. Both sides have delivered for sure.
Well, I felt like every guy in the studio predicted basically the over, so at least those guys will be happy in the postgame show. All right, they will go for it, appears, or they're going to just try to draw them off sides. Turner is the running back, the true freshman. 4th and 1 yard. And they're going to go for it, and Petrus, he stood up. They haven't called the play dead. They keep pushing the pile, and he didn't get it. The Lobos come up with the stop. Wow.
What a defensive stop for the Lobos.
Short of the line to gain. First down, New Mexico.
You have to question the call here for the Aggies, though. They had Herschel Turner, a true freshman, in the game instead of Faison, their senior, who has led them most of this game. He was not in. But still surprised that they decided to do a QB sneak with Petrus. Now that worked on the goal line to score a touchdown, but that's a head scratcher in that moment for that to be the play call to decide this football game.
All right, New Mexico with the football at the Utah State 34-yard line. A chance to keep the winning streak going. Lysong in motion. On the ground, it's Sanders, and Sanders gets it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And they're going to let the clock tick down to the 2-minute timeout. Incredible drama here in Logan, Utah.
Turn of events here, just wow. Gutsy play calling on both sides. We've seen both teams go for it on 4th down. Unfortunately, did not work out. We'll be back with more football on the other side. We got to close this out. 2 minutes left. Let's do it.
Utah State clinging to a 2-point lead. 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. New Mexico with the football, and I believe they moved early. Let's let these officials figure it out. And they're going to have a conversation. I think they're going to get a whole group of officials together to sort this one out. If New Mexico doesn't gain another yard, it would be a 47-yard attempt from this distance.
You have to think if you're the Lobos, you want to pick up some more yardage.
False start, number 76. Offense.
As they get on
penalty.
Namba,
Still second
the right
down.
tackle with the early move.
9th penalty on New Mexico for a total of 60 yards. Now you'd be looking at a 52-yard field goal.
One of the things they will likely do here is give Dampier the opportunity as a runner with the quarterback draw.
2nd and 10. Dampier is going to run it. He's got some room to work with. Dampier. He was dragging Jordan Vincent with him. 7-yard pickup. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Vincent really makes a touchdown-saving tackle here from the safety position, because Dampier got up to the second level in a hurry.
Charged him out of the half. Utah State.
Looks like the
30 seconds.
The Aggies use their
The
final
game clock operator,
timeout. They
please
got to
reset the
preserve
game
clock here.
1 minute 54 seconds, please.
In their minds, they're already
1:54.
playing for at least a 3 for New Mexico, so they would then have time to come back and
Thank
try to
you.
answer with a field goal of their own. But if you're New Mexico, they have no timeouts left. Do you pick up 1 first down? It's ultimately just going to come down to your kicker.
Absolutely.
They just need 1 first down. If they pick up a first down here, essentially, they can just work the clock down to 3 seconds, burn a timeout, and kick a field goal.
You have to remember, they've been winning this line of scrimmage battle on offense as well all second half. So I say you keep the ball in Dampier's hands. He's the one you trust in this moment to protect the football and put you in a good spot.
If they don't get any yards here, it would be a 45-yard attempt.
I think if I'm the Lobos who really want to pick up a first down here, that would change things drastically to close out this game.
3rd down. Dampier's going to keep it. He's got the first down, and he's still going. Dampier gets it to the 12-yard line. The clock stops momentarily. 15 yards for Devin Dampier.
I mean, this is painful for the Aggies because we all knew this was coming. We knew Dampier was going to keep it. He still gets up to the second level untouched. The Aggies, no answer for the QB draw today. No answer whatsoever.
Dampier now over 100 yards. All right, this is a little untraditional thought, but if you're Utah State, do you want to let them score right now so you get the football back? Because otherwise, it's just going to come down to a short field goal attempt.
That's a valid point.
It's Sanders, and I think they're looking to let him go here. He's in. Touchdown, Lobos. The Lobos trailed 17-0. They've been down the entire game. This is their first lead at 49-45.
We're gonna have to haul ass after this.
Now, it certainly looks like the Aggies just kind of got out of the way here.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And allowed Sanders to get to the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, they literally made their number 1.
And you see, yeah, he's clapping afterwards, so clearly he was expecting that. But boy, the mismanagement right now for the Aggies. And that 4th down miss has changed the trajectory of this game.
New Mexico 5 rushing touchdowns. They lead 50-45. And how about this, Darius? Their 3rd straight game with at least 50 points. The first time they've done that in 108 years. 3 straight 50-point games.
Happened for the Lobos here today. All because of this young man right here, Devin Dampier. What a show of resilience this team had to have such a slow start in the first quarter and to battle back into this game to take the lead with a minute left in the game.
And they can't celebrate victory yet. I mean, 1 minute 13 seconds with this high-powered Utah State offense. They won't have timeouts, but in college football, with that clock stopping for first downs, there's plenty of time here still for Utah State.
And the Aggies have been terrific on offense as well. It's a good sign they had Jalen Royals back on that last series too, so number 1 should be available for the Aggies
he's
as well.
back there. Goodness. This has been wild. To get your first lead at 50 to 45, I mean, Griswicki to kick off. Jalen Royals, #1, hoping to get a chance at a return. And it's headed to Royals. Royals from his own 1-yard line. Across the 20. And he stumbles forward across the 25-yard line, 24 yards on the return.
He's kind of hobbled off there, so we'll see if Bridget can't get an update on Royals. But this was the 4th down miss. Look at this box here, Ari. There's so much space for the back to go there or go there, but they call a QB run where there's no room and a bunch of bodies. Really a head scratcher on the play call there. I like the idea of going forward on 4th down, but give yourself a chance.
Look at the total offense. 1,057 yards.
Really video game numbers at this stage.
Petrus, he checks it down. You know, that's not actually so bad. They have no timeouts. I mean, that was only going to gain 5 yards. At least the incompletion stops the clock. He was looking for Otto Tia.
Tia's had a pretty good day on those crossing routes, too. So he had a chance to pick up a few more yards. But you got to find Royal if you're the Aggies. He's at the top of the screen there.
And that is picked off! Dimitri Johnson! And the Lobos are going to find a way to win their 3rd straight.
There is a flag down on the field right now.
There's a flag back at the 22-yard line.
We'll see what the call is.
The result of the play is an interception.
We saw this happen to Peachtree.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 89, New Mexico, for taunting an opponent. It's a 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. It'll be 1st down and 10, New Mexico. It's number 89's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
We saw this happen to Peachtree early in the season, where when the linebackers back up, he gets confused thinking that they're not there. Dimitri Johnson takes a couple steps backward. Easy pick to seal the game.
Look at that reaction. Oh, that is so awesome. College football is just so fun. Now, obviously, there's the other side, but that's going to sting. But they can get in victory formation, the Lobos. Somehow, some way, they're going to get their 3rd straight win.
And Ari, I think part of this too, when you look at the Lobos, we talked a little bit about it. When you have a coach who's used to being in these situations, who has been there before with the time management, the clock management, the play selection in these important moments, Bronco has just seen it enough to where his tendencies are going to be a little bit better than Dreiling's are in those moments, because Nate Dreiling is just getting the first swing at this.
Coach Mendenhall told us we have to figure out the 4th quarter. 4th quarter today, they outscore Utah State 21-7.
They finally put together a complete second half to put themselves in position to win this game, and they win a big one on the road after being down.
Incredible. They lose their first 4 games of the season. They've now won 3 straight. And something you could talk about, New Mexico now fighting for a chance to go to a bowl game.
They're going to have a chance. I mean, when you look at the rest of their schedule, they've got Colorado State, Wyoming. They should be favored in that Wyoming game.
We'll have that
San Diego
game.
State. And then at Washington State, and they're going to end with Hawaii. They got a chance to put themselves in position, which really takes it all the way back to the first game against Montana State. Like, that might be the deciding factor, since they lost that game, as to whether or not they can get the 6 wins and get a bowl game. But what a difference a few months have made with the new coaching staff. Bronco Mendenhall, incredible.
Congratulations, Coach. All right, let's take a look at today's all-state play of the game, and there were plenty to choose from, but Ryan Davis on a 4th down play.
Streaking across the field here, and somehow, some way makes this catch with DJ Graham right in front. But it extends the drive and allows them to put themselves in position to score a touchdown to go ahead in the waning minutes of the game. What a fun one.
Incredible football game. You just never know what's going to happen Saturday to Saturday in college football. And Petrus, he played terrific football.
He was good.
But Ryan Davis and the Lobos, wow, they turned their season around.
Now remember, when we sat with Bronco, one of the things he talked about with this team and the other teams that he coached in terms of being at Virginia and being at BYU, you don't know when the turning point is going to happen, but you do know that it is going to happen. I don't know that they knew it would happen this early in Bronco's career in his first season, but he is not surprised to have put together a team that can win a close game like this.
159 plays in the game, 95 points, and 1,055 yards of total offense. And we're certainly hoping that Bridget will get a chance to talk with Bronco Mendenhall.
What a game for Luke Wysong as well.
And he was banged up late in the game.
He sure was. He came back and battled in, had the muff punt too, so he faced some adversity in this game, was able to bounce back. But the running game was on point for the Lobos. Let's go down to Bridget.
Okay, let's go to Bridget.
Thanks, guys. Coach, visibly emotional. I saw you take a moment to just revel in this moment. What's going through your mind?
Love my team. Nothing's easy, but they keep going, and that'll serve them well. That'll serve them well in their lives. That's really what football is supposed to do, is help them become amazing people.
This group at one point in this game was down 17-0. The resilience that they showed today, but specifically in the fourth quarter, how proud are you of them and what they showed here today?
I don't have words. I know you're expecting words, but it hasn't been a strong suit for us this year. The fourth quarter, we've focused on it, worked really hard on it this week, and just that they have something to show for that is powerful.
A player like Luke Wysong, who you know that this program means more to him than, frankly, anyone on this team, it would seem, just with the history his family has with this program. How valuable of a player is he to this Lobos program?
It's his program. I'm just lucky to be the coach. Players like him, Devin Dampier, our quarterback, Christian Ellis. It's the players deserve all the credit. Our coaches work hard to help them, but we're just lucky we get to work with them.
Coach, go enjoy this moment with your guys. Thank you.
That's awesome, man. You can feel that emotion from Coach.
I mean, I've been around a lot of coaches, and for them to be at this point in the season and just to get win number 3, for him to have that kind of reaction shows you the passion and the emotion, but there just aren't very many coaches that feel that way.
Yeah.
That would feel that way in this moment. They got a difference maker in Bronco.
And this does set up the salsa dance-off from Frank Mercogliano
It's happening.
and Adam Lefko, because New Mexico had to win for that to happen. All right, what a game here on behalf of Darius Walker and Bridget Howard. I'm Ari Wolf. Let's send it to Adam.
What's up, guys, Coach?